This is the Troll Patrol, live with Justin Freakin.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. It's a freaking Saturday. This is a special report. A Trump rally from Minden, Nevada, which I thought Trump was scheduled to speak at 9 p.m. Eastern, which it is right now, which meant we would hear him in about 30 minutes. No. He's not scheduled until 10 p.m. Eastern. No, I'm totally not high enough for this shit. They had Senator Tommy Tuberville from Alabama. Just now, currently speaking is Nevada Senate candidate Adam Laxalt, who is taking on Catherine Cortez Masto. There's not going to be a debate. Cortez Masto agreed to 3 debates. The Republican candidates have just said, nope, we aren't down with it. So there will be no debate in the Nevada race, unfortunately. So if you want to hear the Nevada candidate speak, right now is the time. But first, you get your meme of the day. Me excited for Halloween. Mariah Carey staring me down from behind. This is Republican candidate for the Nevada Senate seat, Adam Laxalt, speaking at the Trump Save America bullshit rally.
Why churches and small businesses were going to be closed and casinos were going to be open. Where was the science to justify that? Why were our schools shut? Was Senator Masto standing up for our children and our small businesses across Nevada? Lockstep with Steve Sisolak and Joe Biden.
I do believe her name is a compound name. Cortez Masto, not Masto.
16% inflation. And why we're hurting worse than any state in America, it's because of these policies.
And you know I am not high enough for this shit. I was watching WWE, guys.
Thousands of you from communities all over our state. Your job is to go person to person, combat those lies on TV.
We're actually in like a little small town outside of California, I do believe.
Run away from
the California-Nevada line.
Record with Joe Biden. She has been a rubber stamp for the most progressive, dangerous administration in the history of America.
Once again, it's like, are they stupid or are they malicious?
Win this race.
I don't know enough about Laxalt. I do know he is one of the most far-right candidates for Senate.
More attack ads against me in just this race than against all Republicans in the whole state of Nevada combined. Months and months and months. We have been
It is Minden, Nevada.
Polls in this U.S. Senate race. Yeah.
I was reading about it earlier, and it said it was on the California-Nevada state line.
People know that people like Senator Masto will do and say whatever it takes to.
Once again, I do believe her name is Cortez Masto. It's a compound name.
Decades. She's got nothing to show for it, except she is worth millions of dollars now that she somehow managed to do that on the public dime. And she has no significant accomplishments, which is why she decided many months ago her only path to victory was to
Let's be mind in.
Adam Laxalt.
I see what you did there.
Nevadans aren't having it, and we're going to win this race.
Also, if it happens like it did last time, when Right Side Broadcasting actually ends their coverage on YouTube, a bunch of really dumb right-wingers are going to come in here.
In 2022.
So Right Side Broadcasting is going to end their coverage here in about 25 minutes, and then we are going to see a bunch of idiot right-wingers come in and be like, why did Right Side Broadcasting end?
Children ages 9, 6, 4, and 9 months, if you can believe it. Pray for my poor wife.
Dude, learn to pull out.
Save Nevada and save our great country. But we can't do it alone. Every single day.
This guy, he lives in sexual anarchy.
You live in sexual anarchy?
I've never felt anything like it. People are ready to save our state. Can I count on you for that?
I mean, I'm watching on Rumble right now.
So when we get President Trump out here, we want to make sure we give him a good Nevada welcome, right?
But apparently I'm going to be one of the only people on YouTube that's actually going to be watching the Trump debate.
He's out here
Therefore, people that don't know how to operate Rumble or BitChute, Odyssey, are going to be coming into the chat. So treat them well, guys. Oh, hold on. Let me turn that down for copyright issues. I'll sing it to you. Only in America, we dream in red, white, and blue. Only in America. Justin sang you some Brooks and Dunn. Yeah. I believe it's Brooks and Dunn. It might be Alabama. I think it's Brooks and Dunn. Sky Comic, good evening. Cicero, Warlord, RB, love all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Haven't missed anybody yet. I was expecting to be watching WWE right now. Are they still playing Brooks and Dunn? Hold on. Blame Warlord for me being here. I was gonna watch Extreme Rules. I was gonna take the night off, but nope. Warlord's like, oh, there's a Trump rally.
What a lineup of speakers. Also, this is my first time standing up because I've been watching the speakers and seeing just how full this crowd is behind the stage. Absolutely incredible. We've been tracking President Trump.
she been with Mike Lindell, and they are on crack.
I was on crack.
Track that with me. Right. At Trump Jets on Twitter. I love the way they. I guess it's a bot. I don't know.
RB, we were in Nebraska, last week or week before last, whenever we did the Trump rally?
And something I didn't know is that the Jimmy John's CEO is a Trump supporter because he is on the Jimmy John's plane headed to Minden, Nevada for his rally. So go get some subs.
I'm pretty sure I saw some videos of the Upper Bowl during one of his last rallies, the one in Ohio. And the entire upper section was empty.
Different topic, I feel like, where they just hit on different things. And so, Cash Patel, of course, was.
If you guys are just joining us, I can tell you what all the speakers have talked about thus far: grooming kids, CRT. They've questioned the election. I was listening to it.
Incredible. Also, brilliant men. Like, they're so smart. It's crazy. I would love to pick their brains for hours.
She just called Tommy Tuberville, quite possibly one of the dumbest men to ever hold a Senate seat, a brilliant man.
And, of course, our future governor here in Nevada, Sheriff Lombardo. So we've been having a really good time listening to these people. And, I think the main message
that was the first time I'd ever heard Adam Laxalt speak, and he was also incredibly dumb.
So shout out Mike.
But what do we expect?
Back on stage, but he did a lot of media. He also had a program outside put on by the Save America team. So he's had, I guess, enough speaking for today. He's probably losing his voice. Yes. Also, quick war eagle to Senator Tommy Tuberville.
I mean, Trump had the largest inauguration crowd ever.
Okay, but you're a Texas girl. I'm a proud Auburn graduate, so got to throw that in there.
Yes, absolutely. So we're just minutes away from President Trump taking the stage. We don't think that he has arrived just yet.
We are not minutes away. We are at least another hour and 15 minutes, unfortunately.
We're excited for President Trump to finally bring out his Trump Force One. But one thing that we slipped on because those speakers went a little bit longer than normal is giving a big shout out to Birch.
Oh, he's playing Elton John in the background.
A very popular topic of conversation during the speeches today, and it's not a surprise to anyone to find out or to hear.
Do not text Trump to 989898.
We've got rent up 13%. Now, the Federal Reserve, in order to combat this, decided to raise the interest rates just, I think, almost 2 weeks ago now. What did
the energy is indeed lackluster.
The stock market
Fox,
absolutely
good evening.
crash and tank. This is not good for people that have been saving and investing in the stock market their entire lives.
Very heartwarming moment when Elton paid a visit to the White House, 2 weeks ago, and
a plummeting dollar and stock market, then you can diversify into a gold.
Biden presented him with the
gold group to get a free info
National Humanities Award.
Text the word Trump to 989898. Again, a gold IRA will let you transfer your.
So now there are some
and into
weird issues with copyright. Okay, so if this isn't a venue, so
I love gold.
they probably don't have the right to play it.
Well, earlier I was just
Because venues would have the right to play a song like as, waiting music like this, but not for Trump to walk onto.
Right next door.
First you were talking
But
to
the
her.
copyright is murky from venue to
Next
venue.
door to Governor Newsom's winery. Yes.
Yeah, Mark said. I think the White House invited him to play a little mini concert as like a stop on his tour, and then they surprised him, and I don't think he knew he was getting it
California, and she says,
because he looks genuinely
he
surprised.
owns the land.
And it was for his work
property,
during the AIDS
It's
crisis.
just interesting to see people. She said she's met him before. He's not a good person. He doesn't have great values.
Are you talking about Trump, ma'am?
For California's and the people of California.
Minnie Kellyanne Conway or something? That's who she's reminding me of.
California, since I've been on this trip, then I haven't in a very
no,
long
same.
time.
I've said it probably 10 times, but say it again. I mean, this is huge. I've never noticed this at a rally before. The rally is being held in a state, and then everyone at that rally is from a different state.
Yeah.
Communist state next door, where President Trump hasn't held a rally, but maybe he needs to.
Yeah.
Maybe after they look
And
at
maybe
data.
this is why he's here. And
Okay, so they're saying that all of the people in the crowd are from California, not
from the state
Nevada.
line. And so a lot of those people from California who feel like they don't have a voice there in their own state are coming here to celebrate the lovely.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, RB. Like, a lot of venues have paid their ASCAP or BMI or both. Most venues have paid both.
We want you to stay with us because
So they have the ability to play music like as crowds are filing in and everything.
So energetic and so hopeful to see him really push and love the American people. And so we have the people here on the risers. We have them in chairs on the ground here. And then also what you can't see behind us is the overflow crowd. And so that's getting really...
So remember, guys, we are coming up in about 15 minutes.
Crazy to look at.
Right Side Broadcasting will end their broadcast on YouTube.
Seeing this crowd when he arrives here in Minden tonight.
He's gonna love it. It's also gonna be so beautiful. It's getting a little chilly. Nevada.
So do be kind to the right wingers that are going to come in here when Right Side Broadcasting leaves their ends their coverage on YouTube.
And that's kind of how it is right now this part of the year where I'm from in Texas. It's
Yeah, Mox, the stadium will pay BMI and ASCAP to be able to play from their catalog. Maybe they'll just select one catalog, but like between the two of them, it's RB might be able to give me a better number, but it's something like 94% of
so beautiful.
recorded music or something is covered by both.
When I turn around, like, was us driving yesterday. I almost went off the mountain.
Oh, it's the Undertaker theme.
The full moon.
I said, Liz, let me take photos. You drive.
I know, but just looking now again, all the very cool different types of planes right there. We've got
So now here's one thing that we're gonna have to watch out for is when they play that QAnon song.
motorcade.
If you guys aren't aware, let me pull that story up. The composer of the QAnon song that Trump has played at his last few rallies has been removed from platforms. So I'm gonna have to watch out when they start playing that song and kind of turn Trump down. The QAnon anthem played at Trump rallies has been removed from YouTube and Spotify after the composer made copyright claims. The song was created by an artist who says his song was improperly copied, used, and distributed. Song played at several Donald Trump rallies and speeches that has become known as a QAnon anthem has been removed from YouTube and Spotify after the creator of the song claimed that it was used by Trump and others without proper permissions. In an email to NBC News, composer Will Van D. Cromert wrote that he was exploring legal options and that this particular track, which was originally entitled Mirrors, is available to license online. I, however, was not notified of any licenses for political rallies, nor did I authorize such use. A YouTube representative said in an email on Monday that the company removed the video in question for violating our harassment policy, which prohibits content targeting someone by suggesting they are complicit in a conspiracy theory used to justify real-world violence such as QAnon. Vandy Cromert is a composer who uploads music online where it is available to license. This music has been used by CBS, NBC. He first released the song Mirrors in 2019 and uploaded it to various platforms. The song is a sweeping and somber composition with no lyrics.
Front runner in all of this amongst all the kills took maybe an hour or so roughly. Hers took like almost at least 3 days. I know I waited 3 days for them to finally call it. And I was sitting there and I was like, this is crazy. Like, how is this possible? It was like I was watching 2020 happen all over again, or at least attempt. And then Brian was texting us. He's like, it's going to be okay. Because right now, what's come in is the mail-in ballots. What they don't have counted yet is the day of
election day.
What in the fuck is she talking about?
Just getting out and that massive push. And there's nothing you can do when you have so many day of ballots coming in at that point, and there's not much they can do to fix that because she had a huge overwhelming support, and that is a beautiful example of why we get out. We are election day voters, and for the most part,
Oh my god, they're playing Hulk Hogan's song.
Up and down the ballot.
Yes, absolutely. And we encourage
I am a real American.
As we've mentioned so many times, it's very important to make sure that we have people to volunteer your time to be a poll watcher or a poll worker.
Those three people specifically came alive for Rick Springfield doing the Hulk Hogan theme music.
County office, and they will make sure that they get you signed up. So the more eyes we have out there, the better. But America, we're glad you're joining us. We're glad you're here
Brother.
to fight with us. We couldn't do it without you.
What is up, Drake?
Support here on RSBN, also with Mike Lindell.
I mean, clearly I must enjoy them. I keep airing
Fight
them.
for him as well. So if you want to go to
But they are really good for my numbers.
the RSBN code, do some early Christmas shopping if you want.
In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm going really hard on things here in this October.
He just released some
On a push to really make it as a political streamer. That's why we're doing so many damn debates and rallies and election coverage.
RSB Network.
Check out Mike Lindell over there on screen.
That is right.
I was on crack.
Right. Well, but to watch that beautiful jet and to make sure that we are able to get footage of the landing. I know a lot of people are going to want to see that.
Oh, that's really going to make their dicks hard.
Closer, it is a little east.
If you guys are just joining us, we are about
right now.
supposedly 40 minutes away from when Trump is scheduled to speak. It's going to happen about an hour from
I
now.
don't know anything about like looking at a map and guessing flight times, but it looks close. So
In about 12 minutes, Right Side Broadcasting is going to end its YouTube coverage, and we're going to have some right-wingers pop in here. So enjoy that. Have a lot of fun with that.
Trump today.
I hope so.
I think so. Now, also, keep in mind, you guys, we are going to go exclusively to Rumble at 6:30. So if you're watching on any other platform other than Rumble or what is kind
Ooh, we might pick some people up from Facebook, too.
site or our app, then that stream will end abruptly right at 6:30.
And they're going to come over here to the Troll Patrol. We're going to pick them up. This is why it's so good for my numbers.
Powered by Rumble. So rumble.com, our app or our website. Those are the places you need to be right now. Go ahead and get situated over there because you don't want him to be landing or taking the stage.
Because they're stupid and they don't know how to go over to Rumble.
Situation, because by the time he's taking the stage, that feed won't be alive anymore. Support Rumble and make sure that when you're
I mean, it's possible. It's possible that they won't come in, but it was like last time. Last time we did one of these rallies, I was on long enough, you know, for Rumble to end on YouTube. A bunch of them came in here and was like, why is Rumble not on YouTube anymore? Or why is Right Side Broadcasting not on YouTube anymore?
President Trump's social media platform.
They are worried about Trump saying something that will get them kicked off YouTube or Facebook or Twitter.
Two SSA, so it's VANESSA Broussard, BROUSSARD. You can ask away. I'm gonna pull up.
That's why I take great care to if he starts throwing out election claims, going YouTube. That's not true.
Make sure to give them a follow. Make sure to sign up for our newsletter as well, rspnetwork.com/newsletter. I've got an opportunity, so I'm just going to do a
and Justin Freakin doesn't care either, though I should. I have a warning right now on YouTube, and I have no clue why. They popped me for spam and deception.
All of you guys know about the...
It was a fucking around stream. We were just sitting around listening to music. I have no idea what I got popped for.
This is absolutely correct, you guys. Just shout out to them. As you know, the mainstream media is not a friend of President Trump.
On the Freak Show last night, I had a piece of hair that was like stuck up, and I kept trying to pull it down, and it wouldn't work. And it was driving me crazy during the show.
He put together the Kids Guide to President Trump, and he wants you to have it for free to learn more about this.
Oh, guys, tomorrow night,
the truth about President Trump. Go to free.
I'm going to have an Iranian American activist.
I need to get it for myself. Yeah, it's really
hopefully I get her last name right here. Mithra Olive.
The kiddos as well. I have
Mithra Olive will be on here tomorrow. Iranian American activist is going to talk to us about the uprising in Iran. Today was a huge day for the protests.
But there are some Californians sprinkled in here as well. We've spoken to multiple people who have come across the state.
So do tune in for that. She will be top of the hour, 8 o'clock. Ask her any questions you might have about what is going on in Iran with the protests.
All right, no new updates about my jet arrival, but President Trump is scheduled to take the stage at 7 p.m. local time to Nevada. So again, 7 p.m. President Trump is scheduled to take the stage. He should be landing here, I'm going to guess, in the next 20 minutes or so. Possibly less, but that's generally...
I wanted to make sure I get the...
He takes the stage, he goes in this...
Details right here.
Behind us, gets to see some family, friends, donors, take some photos, shake some hands, sometimes do interviews, and then he's going to walk straight out. So you guys are going to have all of that, and again, we're tossing...
Masa Amini
so don't forget.
Was killed by the state of Iran a couple weeks ago. He was a 22-year-old.
That I didn't know I needed, and...
He was arrested on September 13th for wearing inappropriate attire and died 3 days later.
12 out of 10.
Her death has ignited nationwide demonstrations, marking the biggest challenge to Iran's clerical leaders in years. Women have removed their veils in defiance of the clerical establishment, while furious crowds called for the downfall of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
They feed off of each other so well. It's just a different energy.
And I love, like, he just called out the fake news for the way they lie.
So tomorrow night, Iranian American activist Mithra Olive, I hope I'm saying her last name right. I will ask her how to pronounce it tomorrow. She will be here. Ask her any questions you have about the revolution. I told her doesn't need to be another white man talking about this issue, so I wanted to let her come on and tell her story and tell us about what is going on in the ground and where she thinks these protests are going to lead. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp. Boom. In about 5 minutes, they're going to be ending on YouTube, and that's when we should see the chuds pop in.
Everywhere. And so we love you all here domestically and also internationally as well. So yes, follow us on Truth Social. Again, I'm at Vanessa Broussard. 1 N, 2 S's in Vanessa.
Vanessa Gruser.
Broussard. And hers is easy. It's just at Liz.
At Liz, I try and keep it easy.
Wait, she got at Liz? Oh, it's True Social.
Stuff going on today with PayPal. I was catching up.
Like, you would have to be like one of the first people on Twitter to have at Liz.
I don't know enough to like speak about it fully. educated, I suppose. But it sounds like...
No, Drake, we are about 45 minutes from his scheduled speaking time. I'm sorry, about 35 minutes from his scheduled speaking time. So probably about an hour from now.
I hope that's a lie. I hope it's an accident. I hope that something was just misprinted, but that's pretty scary if that's true, and pretty awful.
Yeah, so we'll have to look into that tonight. Haven't been able to read
The
it.
speakers I caught were Tommy Tuberville and
We haven't had
Adam
some
Laxalt, who is
yet,
the
but
Senate,
speaking of
the Republican Senate
craziness
nominee
going on,
in
let's
Nevada.
talk about Kanye West.
Yeah, please.
This is like Kanye. I've always loved
Apparently
his-
Cash Patel was there as well. I heard them
And
reference
Candace
him.
Owens, yes, he and Candace Owens collaborating on.
So just an all-star lineup of speakers.
And they were going to sell it. I don't know if it went for sale.
Well, Kanye keeps putting out there that he's going to sell it, but the shirt says it's Candace Owens with Kanye West with the back of their shirts that say White Lives Matter. And so Kanye, of course, is catching some heat for it, and so from Hollywood. And
Oh, I've got it here.
as they are texting him, he'll post a message of their text and saying, basically people need to wake up, all lives matter. And he also said that whatever he does and makes the proceeds from these t-shirt sales,
My downloads folder is just nothing but pictures of the news and memes.
It's a good effort on his part, teaming up with Candace Owens, who we love very much here at RSBN, and so we'll see what happens.
Oh, I'm
with
sure
their
you do.
collaboration.
Yes, he also did an interview on Tucker Carlson. I missed last night. Last night was part 2. We were out celebrating Little Miss Birthday Girl.
Do we have to watch Tucker Carlson and Kanye West?
Everybody make sure to wish
Thank you.
Vanessa a very happy birthday on
Thank
Monday. You can go ahead and do it now.
I think I have a clip.
Yeah, I'm a birthday month girl. Everyone at RSBN knows it. Like, it's actually really bad. But we love birthdays and just celebrating life in general, right?
Yes.
So we were out last night. We missed part 2. We were at part 1, and it was amazing. It was so pro-life. He talked about how Margaret Sanger was actually a known eugenist, a known racist. Of course,
I don't think Kanye's mental health is well.
faith with God and how he serves God and nobody else. He called President Trump. He explained why he liked him so much, and he's like, yeah, my boy Trump. Like, it was just a very...
And when you reach that kind of celebrity, when you reach that kind of fame and that kind of
and how he was
wealth status, like nobody can tell you anything. You don't have friends anymore.
It was scary, basically, looking back and realizing
They can get through to you, and that's the problem with Kanye. I ultimately feel sorry for Kanye.
And that's concerning because of just how much influence is over there. He also mentioned how the White House was reaching out to
That doesn't mean I'm not going to make fun of him, though.
the African American community at this point, or just celebrities, but I think a little bit of both, and just really pushing, like saying, we need you to use all your social media to
And we
push
know
people
that.
to
We
get the
believe that.
vaccine.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, this is just not right.
Yeah.
So
I made this clip, The Cult of Kanye.
Mike Lindell mentioned Tucker Carlson earlier today as well, and said that after, I didn't know this, but after he was raided by the FBI, that Tucker texted him and was like,
Sassy, good evening.
and he talked about it the next 2 nights on his show, knowing that for a while,
Sassy, you pointed out last night that you hate politics, yet you come here and watch my show. That makes me feel good.
Very
Like you put up with the politics just for the fuckery.
Kanye West do that. I know he's a celebrity, and a lot of people are trying to get away from the celebrities and what they say.
Yes, guys, it is very possible
Hollywood, but
that we are going to get a bunch of right-wingers come in here when Right Side Broadcasting ends their YouTube and Facebook feed.
All right, we are now about 30 minutes away from President Trump wanting to...
So last time we had about 20, 30, 40 people come in.
And look, we've said it before.
Some of them were, like us. They were leftist, liberal, nominally on the left,
I know you love it at home. And let's talk
that are
about
watching for the lulls, but some of them were right-wingers.
She
So be
loves
prepared, guys.
support. She waits for his little
Treat them
dance
with
move.
kindness and grace if they come. If they come.
wrist up, like almost to a 90-degree angle if you can do it, and then you just push.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, you got it.
So much
That's
fun.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
and so
So you gotta stretch your wrist first.
the crowd loves it, and so what don't you love? What can't you love?
We'll
about
see.
it?
Monsieur, Mr. Balls.
It's the
Good
perfect
evening.
fall night, honestly. So it's going to be a beautiful rally. And let's turn around. Let's see. Up. Still beautiful. You guys have the best
Well,
view.
it's not a raid that like all the idiots don't know where to go to
It's finally
watch.
cooled down, which I'm so relieved for
feed.
everybody here. They have just been under the sun.
I'm actually on Rumble. The Trump speech is exclusive to Rumble.
Quick commercial break and just.
So I'm watching Rumble, but we're broadcasting
What we're
on
gonna do.
YouTube.
You don't
That was
really
on
know
crack.
that. You're not going to see it, but commercial break. We're moving our camera even closer to President Trump. So you are going to have the most perfect, clear shot of him arriving and speaking. So it's always fun to know a little bit more behind the scenes, and that's what we're up to.
Here we go, guys.
Go ahead and go to a commercial break, and we'll be back. Better, bigger, and closer than ever.
We're joined now by Philip with the Birch Gold Group.
What up, Philip?
Every week after week, there's a crisis in the economy. Putting
Do not buy their gold. Welcome. I've seen a couple new people already trickle in. My name is Justin FREAKIN. I do a nightly political talk show, Sunday through Thursday. Need to change it up to the Patriot Patrol. That's our April 1st kind of gag. Hold on, I think Smokey wants to come in. We are currently 30 minutes away from former President Trump's scheduled speaking time. So that means we're probably about an hour away from him actually taking the stage. I like how this commercial is if it was a Twitch panel. The 4L? The 4L, thank you for being a freaking follower. Oh, gotta show a cat. He was totally eating, so he's pissed off at you for making you see. You can see him licking his lips right there. Like, man, you disturbed me. When I heard Birch, I thought John Birch. That could just be, you know, me in politics. Smokey doesn't get to go outside anymore. Even when the other cats go outside, he gets locked in here. And he goes out there and causes trouble with the other cat. So like I do keep him locked up most of the time. He was outside of the room just a second ago. But he's in here 18 hours out of the day, 19 hours out of the day. Aren't you, buddy? I'm sorry. Good evening, Phoebe. So nice to see you. We are about 30 minutes from Trump's scheduled speaking time. So about an hour away. Unfortunately, I was watching WWE. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch WWE. It was really good thus far too. I only watched like the first match. But it was good thus far. Oh shit, it's Mike Lindell. Hey everybody, you know what's up with Mike Lindell.
I was on crack.
Right.
He must be on crack. It's their biggest sell ever. Pillowcases as low as $9.98. Bed sheets $29.99. As low as $9.99. No, $9.99. I fucked it up. For your pillow topper. Get you some pet blankets, small, medium, large. Duvets, quilts, down comforters. All at mypillow.com.
I was on crack.
Right.
Extra discount if you're on crack. Use promo code MyCrack. Okay, I kind of want to know what this guy's saying.
Of the weeknight show, praying for America. I want to pray with you tonight for America. It is so great to be together for another Trump rally because he reminds us that we worship God and not government.
You know, I don't know that I've ever had a mustache. I don't know what I look like with a mustache. I mean, I realize that there's a mustache involved in my facial hair.
He reminds us that the best days of America.
But it is not, I've never had just a mustache.
Points out dramatically the dangers we face and the destruction being imposed on this country. Well, this is the way a Christian should think. This is the facing of evil, the naming it for what it is, and at the same time facing the bigger picture of the power of God and the hope that He gives us in Christ Jesus. So I want to say a prayer together with you that I wrote for the election. And you can find it, you can download it in English and in Spanish at electionprayer.com.
Election prayer.
.com. And
Election prayer.
Saying this prayer between now and election day, our families, other organizations of like mind, brothers and sisters.
Oh, they cut away from his election prayer because Trump is landing. That's fantastic. He didn't get to say his election prayer.
What you're looking at, I'm going to call it Trump Force One. President Trump is about to land. He is on a jet owned by the founder of Jimmy John. So it's always fun to see who supports President Trump, especially when it's a massive national company.
Wait, so Jimmy John's dude had to fly him there?
Here in Minden, Nevada. I don't know about you guys, but I still get chills every time I see this.
They're playing My Way. Cleveland, what's up? I mean, I guess it's Cleveland. Cleaver clear.
Shout out to the camera work on that one. That was flawless. Love to see it. Very good job, Will. Actually, you can tell he does sports on the side because he was able to get it going hundreds of miles an hour. Also, absolutely beautiful.
He can't be God. I'm God.
Over here on the left, the camera view of that would be kind of obstructed by some cables that are in the way, but Nevada, I think we've said it a million times. I can't say it enough. It's just absolutely so beautiful.
Clevin.
What a special night to be here again. It's been years.
So glad to have you here, Clevin.
Campaigned for a rally-style event.
As long as you're not being a Kevin, we're good. That's the most excited I've seen a crowd for Frank Sinatra. I've never seen them do like fist bumps to Frank Sinatra before. That's a new one to me. Cleaver like Cleaver. Clevin Cleaver. Clevin Cleaver clear. Kevin is what they call socks whenever he's misbehaving.
And bringing
it
these
was like a Sparkles thing.
Values back to our country.
She would say he's being a Kevin.
A big problem, and I'm even scared to think about how big of a problem.
Kikyo, good evening.
Please, America, no matter where you're watching from tonight, make sure.
So happy to see you.
You are not just the only one in your household voting. Make sure everyone's registered to vote, and also
not Cleaver. I'm so sorry.
So
I'm just gonna call you Clevin.
Trump has just landed. You're looking at Mike Lindell.
Commercial wrong. Good evening. We are about 20 minutes away from Trump's scheduled speaking time.
And that's why he does what he does.
So maybe 40 minutes or so. Maybe at some point in time, Sassy. I don't know. I hope so too. I miss her.
And he does. He's a very good man. And we are big supporters of Mike Lindell.
Disappointed by the lack of cowboy hats. Apparently, a lot of these people are from California.
66% discount on the.
Now, Trump did just land. He flew in with the owner of Jimmy John's, who I assume is named Jimmy John. So Jimmy John and Trump just flew in.
left. Mike Lindell is making it to the right side of the stage. But
I'm sure they believe he's the Messiah.
Just landed, and so the people on my left side
Clever.
Of the stage, they have their phones out.
Clever, clear.
Waiting for President Trump.
That
to,
makes sense.
Get off the plane. So we're just moments.
Also, I love alliteration, so I've really enjoyed saying your name.
So
Or trying to say your
Here he
name.
comes right here with the plane.
We've got the jet approaching to our left. Massive plane.
You didn't miss anything with Mike Lindell.
I was on crack.
Right. Going to be when President Trump's
Yes.
Trump plane returns to the friendly skies. So we've got that taxiing in right now.
I'm pretty sure I've had a Jimmy John's a time or two, and I can't remember what they were like. I don't remember them being,
Thank you to everyone.
good. I don't remember them being
Also, Thank
bad.
you to everyone from watching at home. Now is a really good time to share the stream if you haven't already with your friends and family.
Oh, he's playing Dolly.
From Rumble, or tell them that they can.
As a
watch
Tennessee resident, that gets me riled up
Use
now.
that link as well. If everybody sends it and gets one more person watching, we'll double our audience and our reach, which is absolutely huge. We are, I think it's 30 days away. Exactly. October 8th. We are exactly 1 month away until midterms. We are quite I always say it every time. This is so important. It's the most important. This is the
Tim
most
Tam
important
Tom.
election we have ever had.
Interesting. I will do.
Cannot
Yo, are you not a mod?
We can
I need
barely
you as a
afford 2 more
mod.
years of it.
And you know, like what we haven't really discussed today, Liz, we've only hit on briefly a big topic for voters heading to the poll. One of the top 3 concerns in a poll that I saw as voters
I
heading
mod people I trust.
is immigration and, you know, the open border.
Ida, good evening.
Money going to the borders, the food going to the borders, baby supplies going to the border, and yet our babies are looking for formula. Parents are struggling to find formula, but there's proof that there's formula sitting at the border for illegals who come in. Now, look, we love all the kids. We love children. That's not the point.
Should I not trust you, warlord?
Their families over here. It's a dangerous situation. The paths that they have to cross to get to the border, and then they're just crossing over. We don't know who these people are. We don't know where they're coming from. We don't know where they're going once they get here into our neighborhoods. And so it's a very big issue. I know, being from Texas, the Texas National Guard, thank you guys back at home for doing the job that you do. Border Patrol agents as well. Carrie Lake is saying when she's governor,
You're not here full time though.
back to their home country. So, you know, we
You
talk
can't be the
about
only mod.
Governor Abbott of Texas and Governor
Well, hello,
shipping these,
Dolly.
migrants off to Martha's Vineyard or Kamala Harris's home, and that's all fun and games. They are proving a point there to an extent, but at the same time, what good
You
is
know,
it?
I could totally see Dolly just not wanting to accept, period, that she wouldn't accept under any president,
countries
just
that they
because
come from. So,
she
with
wouldn't want
regards
that
to
on her.
Immigration today, of course, that's a big topic. at-
Dolly don't like all the
to polls
fanfare.
because they are ready for
And
President
what
Trump.
what is amazing is the amount of
Republicans
charity
to
that
finish
Dolly
that border
Parton
wall.
does without
So
ever
hopefully our camera guy can hear. They want
you dirty dub.
topography of the land.
I'm a joke.
I agree.
I mean, I'm doing a show with rainbow colors and a troll head as a
that it is not finding users.
mascot. So
Wait and see how that one turns out. President Trump has landed in Minden, Nevada, and we are 17 minutes away from President Trump taking the stage tonight for his Save America rally. So less than 20
I'm
minutes.
just saying, like, rainbow colors and a troll
It seems like a long
head.
day, but it goes by so fast. And leading up to President Trump, between his arrival and him taking the stage,
We try not to take ourselves too
the adrenaline's
seriously.
kicked in for everyone. Everyone is standing back up. Of course, in this situation, they're more comfortable as well because the sun has finally set. Lots of beat red faces.
Ooh, warlord, that would be amazing.
Also, you can tell from just looking at them, all these people have seats, and they are not sitting.
I don't think the FBI would do that though, because the FBI would not want to put themselves in danger.
Absolutely.
The crowd would
Their
protect
cameras
him.
up, they're smiling. They're happy. We're all ready to go. And you know, when President Trump gets off that jet, he does have to shake a lot of hands, meet a lot of people back in that white tent behind the stage. So it'll be a few minutes before he gets here.
It's probably going to be at least 30 minutes.
The countdown is on. It'll be just a couple of minutes, and we're very excited. I do want to say hello to some friends of mine back in Texas, the Trump tribe of Texas. Love you guys. Thanks for everything you do. If you don't know about the Trump tribe of Texas, look them up on Instagram and also on Truth Social. They travel
the Trump tribe of
different areas
Texas
of the state and really push the conservative views and values of this great nation. And they also travel across the country as well to different events. So hello to the Trump tribe of Texas. Thanks for all you do. And they're really pushing hard in these November elections to get the right candidates elected into office there in Texas. But back here in Nevada, we are just moments away for President Trump. He's going to be taking the stage soon. And we just want to thank the people. You know, Liz, we travel all over the country, and people are always so kind and generous to us. But we talked to
They have an Xbox app.
at the airport yesterday. We've stopped at several little shops, a coffee shop this morning before we came here. And this town is so cute. It's almost like a
And it's done a whole 3
You
downloads.
have the mountains in the back. Yes. You have the cute little village town. The little mom and pop coffee shop that we visited today. They had their American
McDonald's is cute.
Broadside Broadcasting having an Xbox app is news to everyone that has an
decorated for the
Xbox.
fall. The mountains in the background. It's just so. It's Hallmark.
I love it.
Yeah, if you love Hallmark movies, this is the place to come visit. I'm sure when it's snowing and in the winter months, it's beautiful as well. I've heard that it is. But thanks to everyone in Minden, Nevada for being so kind to us here at RSBN and welcoming us with open arms. Everyone has been very kind. All right, we're seeing some more Suburbans pulling up near the jet.
If you have an Xbox, why would you ever watch Broadside Broadcasting?
Security's getting in
You
place.
clearly have better things you could be
Snipers
doing.
on the building. They've been on high alert all day. And, of course, Secret Service is walking around.
And Tucker playing full
watching this
blast.
crowd. They're chanting USA right now.
Okay, so now Broadside Broadcasting has 4
So
downloads
the
on
louder they are,
Xbox.
the better he can hear them. So the crowd's starting that chant, USA, USA.
I love all these comments, you guys. We're having so much fun on Truth Social tonight. You can follow at Vanessa Broussard. You can follow me at Liz. And you can follow our network, probably the most important of all, at RSBN on Truth Social. We post when we're going live.
Hell yeah. Wear it like a badge of honor,
All the
Kikyo.
articles are linked immediately and posted there as well. It's just and we're supporting President Trump in the process and free speech, fighting back against big tech censorship.
I don't expect anything of you.
So
I think we've decided in the Discord, like, 1 slur is a timeout, 2 slurs is a ban.
minutes until
That's-
President Trump.
Other than that, everything else goes.
People are calling this Saturday Night Live with Liz and RSBN and Vanessa.
I love it. Saturday Night Live. I like it. It's the new Saturday Night Live. Kind of like Gutfeld is the new late night TV.
Saturday Night Live is actually on in about an hour and a half.
Ends at night.
I
They're
was
very
watching
liberal, and nobody watches them.
And I assure you,
Gutfeld, his
you,
crew, Kat, and
it is way more entertaining than
different
this.
people on there, and it's so much fun to watch. And when you need a break from what's going on in life, make sure you tune into Gutfeld. But yeah, I don't mind that saying Saturday Night Live on RS.
My favorite thing I've ever seen Gutfeld in was the time on Louis, where like Louis is on his old show Red Eye,
Saturday Night Live on RSBN. We're making it all one word. Yes.
and like
And that was
I think he had on a woman that was like anti-masturbation, and Louis came on
What
to
is it, like
support
an
the
extra-
pro-masturbation
So
side.
we're just making sure everyone knows someone wrote that in. But I do like that idea.
Happy to sue.
We're not plagiarizing, right? We're quoting a viewer. So yeah, so keep messaging us on Truth
Oh, Gutfeld
Social.
is
I
indeed
just
an
got
ass.
this one from Love the USA at BCLJ saying RSBN is the best place to watch a Trump rally. The commentators do a fantastic job. Brian, Liz, Vanessa, Bruce.
Princess Kimberly, welcome. Thank you for being a freaking
Dose of
follower.
Trump enthusiasm. Just go to RSBN and watch older rallies. or catch Diamond and Silk. Look, love the USA who just sent this message. I love Diamond and Silk as well. They came to Houston, which is not far away from where I live. They came to Houston not long ago, a couple years ago, and my mom and I went and watched them and saw them in person. And
they are encouraging people to go back and watch old Trump rallies.
Those ladies tell it
If
like
you've
it
seen
is.
one, you've seen them all.
Diamond and Silk.
I assure you, as someone who watches them on the reg.
And thank you, everyone, for wishing me a happy birthday. It's Monday, but I celebrate all weekend, so thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I'm getting back just in time tomorrow to spend my birthday with my baby boy. I can't wait to see him, 10 months old.
Diamond and Silk are incredibly
I'm gonna
cringe.
spend my entire day with him. So I'm spending my birthday weekend with President Trump and my actual birthday with Marty. So
I want to
that's
spend your
kind
birthday.
of
I feel sorry for Morty.
You're invited.
To Texas,
We're going to a pumpkin patch.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yes.
I'm thinking the next rally, if I have to guess right now, I feel like we're due for Georgia.
They're pumping the crowd up. They're getting them fired up and making them hold up signs and everything. But like, I guarantee we're at least 20 minutes away from Trump actually walking out there.
In 2 weeks, he's going to be out for Herschel Walker, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and recently, just yesterday, he came out and endorsed my friend Mike Collins for Georgia District 10. So I was really happy to get that email. I guess I just hadn't even thought about it, but I'm scrolling through my RSBN email and it comes through, and I'm just so proud to see people that we've worked with.
Let me go ahead and do my plugs. We've got another debate coming up on Monday.
Mike Collins is a great guy. I know him personally, and I think he'd be a great representative for Georgia 10. I'm a Georgia girl, so.
It is the J.D. Vance, Tim Ryan debate in Ohio.
Going to be covering Georgia on election night, so November 8th.
The Ohio Senate seat. That is on Monday. We're going to be coming on an hour early to cover that one.
I'm normally
On the road
traveling.
working. Yeah.
Or it might be on at 8 o'clock. I got to look up. Ohio might be on Central Time.
I'll be designated Georgia.
I don't think it is, though.
Excited to be
I don't think it is.
and hopefully have a great night.
So we're either coming on an hour early or we'll be doing the debate
Plans
at
to
our
be in the
usual
studio
time.
with Brian Glenn on election night.
J.D. Vance, Tim Ryan.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it. Warrior.
There's an open Senate seat in Ohio.
We plan
It
to
could
be here
indeed be a
in the
pickup
studio,
for
bring you different
Democrats.
voices, while we have different
On
crews,
Wednesday, we've got
different
the
states.
Lake
So
Hobbs
make
debate.
Sure you have RSBN tuned
There's the
in.
gubernatorial
On the
debate
election
in
night, we'll bring you
Arizona.
all the coverage from the
On
races,
Thursday, we've got
as
Tudor
they
Dixon
come in.
and
We'll
Gretchen
have
Whitmore.
crews all over the country.
The gubernatorial
Different
debate
races,
in
different
Michigan,
watch
as well
parties.
as a second debate between Ron
And so we wanna
Johnson
make
and
sure that you're
Mandela
watching us and
Barnes
tuned in on election
in
night, November
Wisconsin.
8th. So put it on your calendar to tune into RSBN.
And then, we're going to cap off the week on Friday. I looked it up last night. They say it's apparently still on. We are getting Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, the Republican nominee in Georgia, debating the incumbent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock on Friday. As of last night, they say it is still on. We will get that debate on Friday, as of now. Lenny, good evening. So glad to see you.
percent. Now, in a desperate attempt to squash inflation, the Federal Reserve is aggressively raising interest rates, and it's killing stocks. On the back of their latest hike,
It's not killing stocks.
to protect your IRA or 401k from a plummeting
they had a-
stock market, diversify.
They were up overall over the week. I think they might have closed on Friday
Text
down.
the word Trump to 9898.
But the idea that it's killing stocks is
Info
hilarious.
kit on Gold IRAs. A Gold IRA will let you transfer your retirement savings out of stocks and into physical gold. Again, all you have to do for the free kit is text Trump to 989898. And our other partners, I don't even know if that's the formal word, but My Pillow, of course, we've got that promo code with Mike Lindell, and we're just so
Use
grateful.
promo code CRACK.
I was on crack.
Right. And buy all of his products, literally every single one. Go to mypillow.com, go to mystore.com. Promo code RSBN works at both. Christmas is coming right around the corner. My love language is gifts, gift giving. I absolutely love giving my friends like literally anything. I'm not very good at verbally telling people I love them, but if I give you something,
That means you love them.
Yeah, they closed about
so
just under 4% down
check out his website
on Friday.
mystore.com, save money.
But they were up most of the week.
Support Mike Lindell and support these entrepreneurs in America when you buy from him. It's like a win-win-win-win situation.
Absolutely, it is. Patriots supporting patriots, and the times changed here, Liz. It has been burning up all day, but as soon as night fell,
Now you can put on that fur
I'm
jacket.
putting on my jacket now. It's gotten cold.
Well, this woman brought a fur coat.
Well, it's not fur. It's fur around the collar. It's not even real fur. You'll see it here in
If you're watching on Twitch and you're not a subscriber, I'm going to go ahead and hit the 3-minute commercial break. That means you're going to be clear selling for the rest of the hour. You're not going to get another commercial break. I play them all in one lump.
Yes.
I'm not going to take a commercial. Usually I take my own commercial break.
All right, now is the time. It is 6
Reverse thread.
So 6 minutes until.
What is going on, my friend? But I'm going to go ahead and hit the commercial break for Twitch. So you guys don't have to put up with commercials for the, presumably, for the entire time Trump is speaking.
Feel it. I feel that it's
But I have a feeling he's going to be pretty late.
Yes, I'm
So
watching,
we'll see you guys on the other side of the commercials.
Some of the guys.
Look at that moonshot.
Yes. But I'm watching.
The White Rabbit reveal for the WWE was supposedly going to be tonight. They kept playing teasers. Please do not spoil that for me.
Music changing.
We got one of the dumbasses from a video I made coming in here and calling me a kitty diddler. That is how fucking bold these bigots are. Calling me a kitty diddler.
This is some good music.
My friend, I will warn you. Coming into a prominent person's YouTube and calling them a kitty diddler could possibly get you a defamation lawsuit.
Waving at their friends.
You dumb fuck. You don't just go around calling people kitty diddlers or groomers. You stupid asshole.
President Trump always mentions the news outlets that don't show the crowds, but we're going to tell you about the crowds because we are a Trump network.
The shoe doesn't fit. What you were upset about is the fact that I exposed that bigots are lying about drag queens. The video you watched
Looking back, away
proved that there was nothing nefarious going on. But you guys just want to go around and call people kid diddlers and fucking groomers because you're bigots. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can lob wild accusations and defame me, you stupid fuck. You don't know about the Constitution now, do you?
Mike Lindell still in the crowd, shaking hands with everybody. Now he's in the
freedom of speech,
speaking to people and shaking hands. But I don't think he stops. I don't think he ever sleeps, Liz.
Whenever he's
And what evidence do you have that I'm a groomer, Tony Macaroni?
because he's got to rally in Phoenix tomorrow.
As I pointed out many times on my video, if you want to find child groomers, it's very easy.
So again, just minutes away. Thanks for tuning in to RSBN Right Side Broadcasting.
They reside at churches. Churches are nothing but organized pedophile rings. And I'm tired of people fucking calling the LGBT community groomers and kid diddlers when the U.S. Southern Baptist churches are facing an apocalypse over a sexual abuse scandal where a report named hundreds of church leaders accused or found guilty of abusing children and says that the survivors were mistreated. That's their own damn report. You want to go fuck with kid diddlers? Go to the Southern Baptist churches. Go to the Catholic churches. Go to any fucking church. And you'll find kid diddlers.
It's huge. It's like nothing.
Drag queens aren't kid diddlers. Sit the fuck down.
All the time, and it's true, Liz. Like this.
Oh, you don't know why I'm so mad that you're coming in here and calling me a groomer. You dumb motherfucker. Right-wingers are morons.
It is being led.
Joe
by
Biden could never.
Could never. I mean, he can't fill a room or just a couple of circles on the floor. And
you're a dumb bigot.
And he doesn't know. Is not a great leader for this nation, and neither is his administration. As we have seen in the last 2 years, it's been hurtful for so many Americans living in these conditions, and so it's time to make a change, and that change is coming in 1 month. So America, do what you have to do. Show up to those polls and make sure we save America.
Don't forget, you guys, go ahead and share this stream with your friends and family. Now's a great time. We are moments away from President Trump taking the stage. You're watching live on Right Side Broadcasting Network. We pan the crowds, as you can see. I think that really different.
How's it misinformation, Tony? They said it themselves. They said it themselves, you fucking idiot. It's their own report.
What the fake news is hiding.
A report named hundreds of church leaders accused or found guilty of abusing children and says survivors were mistreated. You don't actually care about children, Tony.
All day in a brutal.
You just want to use blood libel on your opponents.
My cameraman has white sunscreen all over his face. I don't even know if he knows it, but I know absolutely everyone here would say it was absolutely worth it.
Listening in to the sights and sounds from the Save America rally. You can hear the music. You can see people are on their feet. They are ready for the 45th President of the United States.
I don't have the phone lines open right now. Reverse thread.
If we want to predict the future. But he has arrived. He is backstage in that white tent that you see. And you can see in front of us just how large the crowd is, but it's just as big behind us. So there are thousands of people here in this rural community that tends to lean conservative when they vote in the past couple of elections. So very good news, very good location for this Save America rally.
Honestly, Matt Walsh came out and was defending like child brides. In Tennessee, we've been trying to outlaw child brides.
California state line, and so there are some people here from California as well supporting the people of Nevada and wanting to
right wingers are
morons. And also send another senator to Washington D.C. and then also elect Sheriff Lombardo as governor. So we're seeing people from both states. And the support from California, the Republicans, the conservatives of California coming in and supporting Nevada has been great to see as well. So,
remember what Rush Limbaugh said before he died.
Interesting, fun time here.
As a conservative, it's getting harder and harder to not look like a kook.
The president, Liz.
I am staring at this guy with his shirt, just like
Seriously, you all look fucking stupid.
Staring at all of the media right here.
We're going to zoom into him.
With your I Love Trump
It
shirts.
says you are fake news, and it's got a big hand pointing straight
And
at
you know, like looking around, you know,
yeah.
the mainstream media is not really here.
Actually, yeah, I'm like the fake news actually didn't even show up.
They didn't show up.
They
so,
didn't bother.
no.
Like, this is why it's so important to support. I guess like independent.
Well, I don't even know, Mox. I don't know where he's at tomorrow. But yeah, I do believe he has a rally tomorrow afternoon.
RSBN and Newsmax. And honestly, like, that's all. Like, there might be 5 other people, just like individual humans. But besides the ones I just noted, like, this wouldn't even be getting covered, which is absolutely absurd. This type of event doesn't happen anywhere in the world.
They don't want to cover.
What Tony is upset about is men dancing in costumes. It is absolutely absurd. This dude is a complete and total dumb fuck.
Huge rally tomorrow, Arizona.
Yeah, that's another thing. You want to talk about people that are diddling kids? Let's talk about libertarians, shall we? We watched the Arizona Senate debate, what was it, Thursday night? And libertarians can always be counted on to be libertarians. Oh shit, I played it behind me. I hate it when I do that. Anyway, libertarians can always be counted on. Be libertarian. I assure you. Oh, I've got it muted, don't I? Let me mute this one here. Turn this one on.
Everything is up for a vote. Very little should be up for a vote. Like, for example, who should represent the good people of the state of Arizona? That should be up for a vote. What should the age of consent be? This is something that reasonable minds disagree on. That should be up for a vote. But
oh my God, I knew it!
That has anything.
You want to go around calling drag queens perverts when assholes like that are around.
Support us. Sometimes we will accept the money.
Yes. But you know, God bless him, because he pulled out, what, $10? And he was going to give us $5. And so
he had $10 total.
Yes,
and he wanted
we
to
just
give us
couldn't do
half
it.
of what he had.
But that goes to show his heart and how much he wants to change for the country, because he was willing to give us half of what he had.
I could cry thinking about it.
Yeah, so thank you to that guy.
And
We
that
couldn't take it, but we really appreciate it.
Tony,
That happens a lot.
you were upset over somebody dancing in a costume. They were fully clothed. There was nothing sexual about it. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. It was also an after-school thing. You're an idiot.
They'll have no money whatsoever that they're willing to give away their last dollar fighting.
We started a wave,
Yeah, look at
Liz.
that. Look at that.
All our viewers waving at us.
They gotta do the Trump dance. Let's see if we can get the Trump
do the Trump dance. A few people doing it. There you go. Yes, yes.
The Trump dance. This is embarrassing. I wish you people could feel embarrassment.
Dancing ruined it for everyone. That actually, as soon as I started doing my Trump dance, they stopped. I butchered it. Probably
did
on
good.
some Gen Z's TikTok later today.
The pinball wizard.
Big waver out there in the crowd. Look how fun this is. This is peak
Tony has nothing to do with stripping.
first, and this is
Nobody was stripping. It's not comparable. That's why you're stupid.
the America First agenda.
You are the one sexualizing it. The rest of us see it as what it is. It was just a dude dancing in a costume. There's nothing inherently sexual about it. That's why I'm telling you, you're an idiot.
They're just not happy people. And the conservative movement, everyone's so kind and always smiling.
Let's try and take this screen really quick.
Oh, we're going to jump into soon. We're going to be a real pain in the ass.
Before she launched anything resembling an official investigation.
No, you are stupid, and you also don't know what the word groomer means if you think I'm a groomer.
Politicize this investigation. She campaigned on vote for me and I'll nail Donald Trump. She has fun.
And you also can't just go around calling people groomers. It's a very serious allegation. I assure you, you will get a defamation lawsuit against you at some point in time if you keep doing it.
The crux of their argument is we have been politically targeted by this Attorney General, Letitia James. And you know what? They're right. And that's not a matter of opinion or speculation. That's a matter of fact.
Prosecutors should know when they take the job, they need to be more careful about talking about politics.
Even the New York Times pointed out how weak her allegations are.
Letitia James has a real big problem.
Let me tell you, motherfucker, I'm clout chasing hard right now to try to get my channel more views and get more popular. So suing an idiot like you is totally something I would love to do, because that would make national news. Everybody would be talking about it. So try me, my friend. And in case you're unfamiliar with how the courts work, if I can prove that you, I don't know, cost me money by defaming my name as I am a personality. Is calling someone a groomer is a statement of fact. The allegation. It is, I've got the audio down currently because of the Village people playing. Oh, I would get money because it would give me the exposure I need. Dumb shit. And we were well aware you were 16 and living in your friend's apartment. Also, get the fuck out of here. This is an 18 plus channel. Commercial wrong. Why would you call me a piece of shit? I love you. I'm not high enough for this. My own chat calling me a piece of shit. Oh, what? 88? Somebody keep an eye on them. You know what the double dog balls means around here. You're already on thin ice. Oh, I love grass too, my friend. Trying to keep him entertained while Trump jacks himself off in the back. I love you, Virtual Wrong. I was making a joke. I did not take it that way at all.
The lioness. She starts messing with him, coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. No, the other animals, they notice this.
Yes, this show is totally not appropriate for kids.
The jackals. Hyenas. They're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes. Eat the food that's in his domain.
Warlord over on the YouTube.
Closer and closer and bolder until one day.
Do you feel the need to exercise some authority over there?
Everybody runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals.
Oh, there just happens to be another Warlord Von Wolf. To be fair, it isn't appropriate for adults. Shut the fuck up, Tony. Nobody believes your bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 45th President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
Gotta turn it down for the Lee Greenwood again. We will pick it back up when Trump actually speaks. So tonight, well, he's not on time. He's 12 minutes late. But I mean, closer to on time than we have ever experienced Trump being close to on time. The walking out music is always Lee Greenwood. We did get Undertaker earlier. It was way earlier. And then they played Hulk Hogan. Lee Greenwood, because he's one of the few artists that will allow him to use his music. Like, Lee Greenwood is a huge Trump supporter. Tony, you're the one who came in hot and started calling people fucking... It's not agree to disagree. You're stupid. You are wrong. You are stupid. You are ill-informed. There is no agree to disagree. You don't get to come in and call people groomers and pedos and shit and then be like, oh, I'm sorry for my language. That's not the way things fucking work. You're an idiot. There is no agree to disagree. You are fucking wrong. So I guess I appreciate your wishing me luck. Sure. Thank you. I'll take it.
Hey, Justin, are you trolling?
No, you don't know what the fucking opinion is, dude. I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your friend, guy. Emancipate wasn't that a Prince song? Not high enough for this shit. I'm not high enough for Anthony Macaroni. Not high enough for Trumpy Bobandy over here.
Well, thank you.
Salute the flag.
This is a nice, big, beautiful crowd. You have parking 10 miles deep. And I just want to start off by saying hello, Minden. Hello, Minden. We love you.
Vampire Hunter D, thank you again for being a freaking follower for like the 20th time.
And we love Nevada. We love Nevada.
So glad to have you here.
In your great state with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots, 31 days from now, the people of Nevada are going to fire your radical Democrat governor, Steve Sisolak. Shouldn't be there. A radical left. You're going to defeat your extreme left.
Will definitely be shit.
Not respected at all in Washington, D.C. Catherine Cortez Masto hasn't done a thing on the border. Hasn't done a thing. You're going to send Joe Lombardo to the governor's mansion. And you're going to send Adam Laxalt to the U.S. Senate. And you're going to elect an...
I was very much looking forward to a Cortez Masto Laxalt debate, but that is not happening. Laxalt is a coward.
Crazy Nancy Pelosi's political career once and for all, right? And end that career. She is crazy. And she is really bad for our country, too. Under Democrat rule, the price of gas in Nevada is up 100% from the days of the Trump administration. 2 years ago, think of it, 2 years ago, everything was so good in our country, and now it's going to pieces.
Hey now, Freak Show was last night.
$5
Yeah, that copyrighted.
at 54 cents a gallon was $1.87.
Peace out, I guess.
You're second only to California. Someday you may catch him. I hope not. Inflation is costing the typical Nevada family $845 a month. These aren't my numbers. These are numbers from the people that do the numbers in Washington, and they try and make...
They're not my numbers. They're the people that do numbers.
So when you see that, it's over $1,000 probably a month already. It's $10,000 a year and probably a lot higher than that nationwide. 26 million low-income American families have had their entire life savings completely obliterated. Thank you very much to the Biden administration. The southern border has been abolished. Illegal aliens are pouring in by the millions and millions. Our country is being inundated with fentanyl and deadly drugs, with 250,000 people a year, in the opinion of many, are dying, and families are being ruined because of what they've done to our border. Murders in Nevada rose 66% after the radical Democrats began their defund the police crusade. How about the defund the police? And they haven't stopped.
I wish.
There is only one way to end this madness. If you want to watch the
I thought he was going to say there's only one way to rock. There's only one way.
To do this. If you want to see a country decline, vote Democrat. If you want to see the American dream that we all dreamed about, including Uncle Sam, who's sitting right. Stand up, Uncle Sam. If you want to see that beautiful American dream that we all dreamt about, we dreamt about it more than anything, then you know what you do. If you want to see that decline, if you want to see that get the hell knocked out of it, that's what's happening.
Our dream was seeing Trump die of COVID.
If you want to see great things for our country and the real American dream.
And it didn't come true, but hopefully he hasn't had his booster.
Republican up and down the line. And as bad as things are today, if the radical Democrats keep their grip on the House and the Senate, your finances, your family, your community, and your country will never be able to recover. We're at a tipping point. This is right now a tipping point. And if we don't get it right, got to get out there November 8th, got to get out there. And best to vote on Election Day. It's much harder for them to cheat that way. It's best to vote. Just storm the place.
Passe, what is up, my friend?
Catherine Cortez
He got vaxxed the first time, huh? What? But he did not. He says he didn't get a booster.
Illegal aliens, what they're doing to this country, they have no idea where they're from, who they are, anything about it. 129 different countries. People representing them poured into our country last month. 120.
He got vaccinated before he left office.
They rammed through mass amnesty and give illegal aliens welfare, free health care, and the right to vote, far more than we give our military vets and far more than we give to our very own citizens. They're getting more than our citizens are getting, and now many of them get to stay in luxury hotels. Isn't that nice? They will abolish the filibuster, pack the Supreme Court.
What, is he against luxury hotels? Is he saying his hotels are shit?
Every election, gut the military. They want to destroy our veterans, loot the treasury, mutilate our children with gender insanity, and turn America into a third world.
What up, Steve Madsen?
That's what they want. On November 8th, Nevada can reject the miserable fate for America, and it would be more miserable. By the way, how are your 401ks doing? Not so good, Uncle Sam. Not so good. They're down 50 and 60%. But we have to deliver a clean sweep. Every statewide office for the Republican Party, state, federal, local, everybody, Republicans, you can prove once and for all.
Commercial wrong. Have a good night.
State is truly a
Tomorrow night, we've got an Iranian-American activist coming on to talk about the uprising in Iran on the Troll Patrol Live, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to tune in for that.
If we do not defeat the radical Democrats in this election, the maniacs will be totally out of control. They are sick people, and no one will be able to stop them. Before our very eyes, Biden and his left-wing handlers are turning America into a police state. Think of what's happening. Look at what's going on.
That's kind of true.
On pro-life clinics, the Biden administration is rounding up pro-life activists all over the country.
That's not true.
First, they arrested the minister that you all read about. Then this week, they arrested grandparents with guns drawn, many agents storming into their little houses, putting them in jail and protesting. These people went out and
little houses on a hillside.
And they're in jail now. They were protesting outside of abortion clinics, charging them with crimes punishable by up to 11 years in prison. In many cases, they're grandparents, they're elderly people, and they're doing this to look at peaceful patriots. Think of it. These are peaceful patriots. You can agree with them. You don't have to agree. They want to put them in jail for 11 years for doing what they have the absolute right to do.
Talking about like the people on trial for sedition? What?
Spying on their political rivals, silencing dissent, and using the full force of government, law enforcement, and the media, the fake media, all of those people right there.
We'll see who cancels
to try and crush our movement. Every freedom-loving American needs to understand the time to stand up to this growing tyranny is right now. In this election, we have to do it. We don't have the luxury of waiting. The only way evil will triumph.
There's a lions, not sheep shirt.
Women to do nothing. That's how they triumph. We do nothing. If we do nothing, they triumph. We no longer have that luxury. So no matter what these left-wing radicals try next.
Yeah, they would have been booing outside broadcasting. That's right.
Going, and we have to keep on fighting because we are on a mission to restore our nation to greatness. We can do that. We can do that. For 6 straight years, the witch hunts, hoaxes, and abuses have been coming at us fast and furious. They come at all of us. First, we learned they spied on my campaign. Think of it. Can you imagine? Let's take Barack Hussein Obama. Could you imagine if we spied on his campaign? they would reinstitute the death penalty, okay? That's what they'd be doing. Then they lied to Congress. So they spied on the campaign. I just can't get over it.
There's a moratorium on the federal level, but like Texas put somebody to death this past week.
And they're like a protected species. Then they lied to the FISA court. They lied up and down to the FISA court many times and created a fake dossier. It turned out to be totally fake. That was done and paid for.
None of that is true. I had to learn way too much about that after having the argument with Rob Noer.
And now it's admitted to have been fake.
They are chanting, "Lock her up."
Then these same people,
in front of a man who's currently under investigation,
spy on my campaign.
For mishandling classified documents. You can't make this shit up.
All up and down the line, lies, all proven now. They even admit it. And then they come after us. Remember, it was Russia, Russia, Russia. Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. And then the Mueller witch hunt, where the conclusion was no collusion. You think Biden could say that? Conclusion was no collusion.
That's not at all what it concluded.
Trying to get that one out.
Republicans are begging him to not announce before the midterms.
And then you had impeachment hoax number one. You remember that? The perfect phone call. Perfect. And then you have impeachment hoax number two. And then the censorship of the Biden family corruption story by the FBI to Facebook and the media as Russian disinformation, which they knew wasn't true. It was a lie. Think of that one. Don't put it on at all. This is Russian disinformation.
I mean, we had the invasion of Crimea during the Obama administration. We had the phone call with Ukraine that he was impeached over the first time.
So they told him, don't let it get out. Those people played part of it. And they're just as guilty as Justice and the FBI, the fake news media. They really are. They're just as guilty because they knew it was a scam. And now we have the sham unselect committee of political hacks and thugs. Now it's also the appalling misconduct by the racist and incompetent New York State Attorney General. She's grossly incompetent and a total racist who doesn't care about record numbers of murders that are taking place in New York, rapes.
He just called the black woman a total racist.
But only spends her time in getting elected. Let's go after Trump. That's good for the polls. I don't even think it is good because she's actually down in the polls. She's losing. Let's see what happens. Also, a left-wing DA.
Oh, the January 6th committee is like this Thursday?
Looking into an absolutely secondary. It was perfect also. I call it the secondary perfect call because the first one with the president of, you saw that one. Ukraine, and he was very honorable, Zelensky. They said, how was the call? Did you feel intimidated? No, he made a perfect call. He thanked me. He congratulated me for getting elected. He didn't do anything wrong, so I remember that. But we made perhaps an even more perfect call to the Secretary of State of Georgia, which is my right. And in fact, the call was so perfect that the many lawyers, we had like 7 or 8 lawyers on the call on both sides, and other people in the call never expressed even the slightest bit of anger or outrage at what I said. They didn't say, that's horrible. That's a horrible thing you said. We must hang up immediately because we cannot understand that. We had many people on the call. I assume the call was taped. And I guess there were 6, 7, or 8 lawyers on the call.
Are we talking about Ravensburger?
There was no one saying, how dare you say such a thing? You know why? Because it was a perfect call. It was only long after that that the subject was broached. Months later, they said, oh, he made a call. Very fortunately, it was on tape. If there were a problem, they would have, you know what?
Are we still on Ukraine? I'm confused.
Absolutely crazy, and they would have come after me. But the phone was hung up, and everybody was happy. In fact, they agreed to meet. Let's meet again soon. Because all we were doing was protesting a fake and dirty and rigged election. That's all we were doing. But instead,
Yes, Trump definitely touches kids. You are correct, J. Beans.
And it came up months afterwards, the Washington Post, and I want to thank you very much, Washington Post, because believe it or not, I give them credit. They actually apologized on the front page for their misrepresentation of the call. And all of these local cases, think of it, the Washington Post, let's give them a hand, right? All we want is fairness. But they apologized for the misrepresentations that were made to them by some people.
I'm not high enough for this shit.
On the Democrat side, and they did that, and I appreciated that. All of these local cases are in coordination with Washington, D.C., in my opinion. We have a weapon.
By the way, good evening, Dustin, Merkin, Joey. So glad to see you guys.
The course of, I mean, think of this. How about including the break-in of my home concerning the so-called document hoax case? This is a new hoax, the document hoax.
We don't like ball washing. We like kicking authority in the balls.
He's kicking authority in the balls.
Very interesting. They've been given all the time, these are other presidents, all the time needed, because you're supposed to have as much time as you need, and complete deference when it came to their documents and their papers. Take as much as you need.
Deference is a pretty big word for Trump.
Obama moved more than 20 truckloads, over 33.
Who taught him to say deference?
Both classified and unclassified, to a poorly,
don't mind if I do,
totally unsafe former furniture store located in a rather bad neighborhood in Chicago, with no security, by the way. George W. Bush stored 68 million pages in a warehouse in Texas and lost 22 million White House emails. He lost 22 million emails. Can you imagine if I lost 2 emails? They'd say this is terrible. It must have been nuclear in those 2. Covering
These people are insane.
I want to hear about the Iraq invasion. It was one of the worst decisions ever made, and he lost 22
Do you think
million.
we're stupid?
Can you believe
You think
that?
we're
talking
fools?
about million pages, and they're coming after me. But they're still looking for them. They're still looking for those pages. Bill Clinton took millions of documents from the White House to a former car dealership in Arkansas. We love Arkansas, I can tell you. We won Arkansas both times also. And kept classified recordings in his sock drawer.
Has this fucker ever stepped foot in Arkansas?
Information from the White House into his socks.
He's held rallies there, I'm sure.
So we call it the sock case. If I did that, there'd be major trouble. And NARA, you know about NARA? The National Archives and Records Administration lost, I put that in quotes, an entire hard drive full of information from the Clinton White House. They lost it, they can't find it. But almost as bad, crooked Hillary deleted 33,000 emails under congressional subpoena.
I'm pretty sure the Walton family likes Arkansas, but that's about it. Maybe some high-level executives that lives over in Bentonville.
Because it's very hard to get rid of them. But they acid wash, very expensive process. That's why nobody does it. And then pounded her phones with hammers, making them totally unrecognizable to the naked eye. So she took those phones and she pounded the hell out of them. Meanwhile, George H.W. Bush took millions of documents to a former bowling alley and a former Chinese restaurant where they combined them. So they're in a bowling alley / Chinese restaurant. By contrast, I had a small number of boxes in storage at Mar-a-Lago, very small, relatively, guarded by the great Secret Service.
Yes, Mox, that was exactly what it was.
And the FBI, with many, many people, raided my house.
If you want some rock, I know where you can go to.
I was on crack.
It's in violation, by the way, of the Fourth Amendment and many other things also. The radical left thinks by doing all these sinister and venomous things, they're making us weaker.
I bet you can't tell me what the Fourth Amendment is.
Stronger and much more unified than ever before. I really believe that. I believe that. What do you think? Yes? Yes, Mike? When will they investigate and prosecute Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, George Bush, and look into what took place with George Bush's father, a very nice man, and the warehouse of documents. And what about Barack Hussein Obama?
Like, if you want to get into what old HW was doing as the head of the CIA, I'm into it. I'm into that.
Bowling alley with no security and a broken front door. No, I don't think so. Under the Sox decision, they actually call it the
Sox isn't in here right now.
To do with Bill Clinton, there is no crime. Same thing as what.
Oh, the sock drawer thing. That's what he said. This is a fucking right-wing conspiracy. All of it's a right-wing conspiracy theory. What am I talking about?
Everything that they've taken. Under the Sox agreement, I'm allowed to keep what I want. It's personal.
It is not called the Sox agreement.
Likewise, under the Presidential Records Act, everything should come back.
I spend too much time doing. I shouldn't know what he's talking about, and I do.
It's fine. It's a process. But they make it sound like the greatest crime in America was committed, and we've got all these warehouses that are just falling down buildings, essentially, loaded up with millions and millions of pages of previous presidents, and nothing was ever said about it. This is a two-tier system of justice, and it's got to stop because the people in this country are angry and they're sick of it. We want to make America great again and stop this nonsense.
There is a two-tiered system of justice, and you're fucking proof of it, motherfucker. Look at all the shit you've gotten away with. Yeah, I mean, it is possible these are the last rallies you will ever see from this motherfucker.
And somebody asked me today...
It's possible he is indicted after the election.
Losing the nuclear codes. Can you believe it? They lost. Not mine. Others. NARA put a trigger warning. It's called a trigger warning on, listen to this. This is a radical left group. Radical left. Who wants to trust this group? But this is a radical left group of people. Trigger warning. So they put a trigger warning on a thing called the Constitution of the United States of America and the Bill of Rights and our other great documents, considering them to be dangerous. So they consider the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and others to be dangerous, so they have a warning there. These are radical left lunatics. They lose documents. They plant documents.
But I'm assuming by, like, warning is just like some plaque that explains shit. I don't know.
Remember they pulled the nuclear thing. Well, supposing he's got... And here they are, they're losing the nuclear codes. But who wants to be with these people?
If he's indicted, I have to shave my head. That's the agreement.
Of the United States of America. We're safer in a Chinese restaurant connected to a bowling alley.
As far as safe in your papers and effects, no illegal searches and seizures.
People tell me, and they come up to me.
5 is the one dealing with your rights in court.
Today, they said, are you suing them, the government and the prosecutors, for prosecutorial misconduct and for your own civil rights? Who the hell wants to live a life like you've got? I said, I do, because I want to help the American people.
You gonna bring me some soup, J Beans? I'm all about some soup. What kind of soup we eating? Tortilla?
But they've been doing this to me for
like
years.
a clam chowder?
Ever since I came down the so-called golden escalator in Trump Tower, remember that?
Like a cheesy potato?
Future First Lady.
Cheesy potato broccoli?
The president has ever been treated.
Give me a tomato bisque, a lobster bisque.
Great job. We've done. They don't want to see it again. Do you ever know? And do you ever watch?
I'm in soup mode.
We want to run against Trump. Oh, we want to run against Trump. But all they do is fight to try and make sure that I can't run, because they don't want to run against me. We're leading in every single poll. Republicans were leading by 50 points, 60 points, 48 points, 44 points. And the Democrats...
Wonton soup?
Uncle Sam just shouted, you got this, sir. We love Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, would you please stand up, okay? Do it properly. Look at him.
I want to see who he's talking about.
They want to cancel Uncle Sam, I think. They'll never do that to you, Uncle Sam. And I have no idea who this guy is, but I like him a lot. That I can tell you. But none of these people have been prosecuted or persecuted, and what they've done to your president and to a president that honestly, in an administration that did an incredible job with the tax cuts and rebuilding our military and knocking out 100% of ISIS and all of the things we've done.
We're totally in dictatorship territory there at 100%.
Rebuilt the military, even right to try, where you can try drugs that wouldn't be available for many, many years if you're terminally ill. They've been trying to get that for 52 years. We got it. We got a lot of...
I'm pretty pro-drug. Matter of fact, if there's any under 18 still watching, I have some advice for you. Remember, kids, shoot up drugs, not schools.
He apparently committed, and look, we don't want bad stuff to happen, but they're leaking that... couple of minor charges.
J Bean says we gotta get together.
Come on, man. They could be, and that's up to them. But are they actually going to do the right thing and hold the Bidens accountable, or is this just a charade and an excuse to continue targeting me and our movement of Make America Great Again?
Apparently, the right wing is going to get their wish, and Hunter Biden will be indicted shortly. Probably also after the election.
Look a little bit more fair when they throw
Thank you, Lenny.
charges about Hunter. Now, you know what's happening. It's a disgrace what's happening in this country. And it is prosecutorial misconduct, and the people in this country aren't going to take it. Remember this. They've come after me now for 6 years. A friend of mine...
Yeah, fuck Hunter. Nobody gives a shit.
The most honest guy in the world. My son, who runs the company, Eric Trump, he's probably...
They probably are. They're going to arrest Hunter on like a Monday, and then they're going to arrest Trump on like a Friday.
Congress every week, every day, every month, we got to a point where we just stack them up. But there's never been anything like it. It's a disgrace. You know, instead of focusing on our country and focusing on all the problems ahead and focusing on all the potential that we have as a country, all they do is keep investigating and investigating the Russia hoax. And it seems to be always turning around, doesn't it? Where they created the Russia hoax, and they were the ones that dealt with Russia in order to create the fake document, the fake dossier.
Also not true.
All of the things that they've done, the crimes that they've committed, it's a disgrace. But it's crystal clear that they're coming after me because I fight for you and I fight for America, and they're not used to that because they don't want people fighting for America.
Paying your taxes actually doesn't absolve you from it. And what they've got him on is like lying on a form. That's what they're going to get him on. He's not going to face any time or anything.
And Democrats, which I'm even more proud to do, but we're winning against everybody. Never before in American history has our country seen such corruption and abuse of power as we are witnessing right now. The radical left is no longer about socialism. It's not anymore. It's about communism. They've stepped over socialism. They've forgotten about the word socialism, and that's...
You don't know what either of those words mean.
And I predicted this a long time ago. I saw what was happening. I predicted a lot of things. You ever see the hat? He's right about everything.
I mean, I'd kind of vote for Hunter, to be honest with you. He seems like the coolest. Of all the people in this pool here we're talking about, like, Hunter's the coolest person.
The communists win, and soon they will send their thugs, their criminals, their angry left-wing prosecutors, and the 87,000 new IRS agents that are allowed to carry guns, by the way. You know, they're all anti-gun, right? But the prosecutors, these agents are allowed to carry. Think of that. They want to stop you from having a gun, but those 87,000 people are allowed to carry guns. They want to walk in and come after you. If Republicans win, the communists lose, the globalists lose, the deep state bureaucrats lose, the Silicon Valley censors lose.
Now, why would the communists be on the same side as the globalists and the deep state? It just doesn't make any sense.
The bosses lose and the rhinos lose. The rhinos are no good. But America wins, and America wins very big. That's right, the rhinos. In many ways, they're worse than the Democrats, the radical lefts, because you don't know really where they're coming from, but now we do. We know almost all of them, don't we? This election is your chance to send a strong message to all of the...
I mean, I'm sitting here broadcasting on YouTube and Twitch.
Left-wing radicals who want to dictate what you can say, what you can think, and how you should live your life.
Sir, I don't give a shit what you say. Matter of fact, I'm watching you right now.
Although he's pretty much been humiliated already. And the corrupt Democrat machine, and you can declare that America will always remain a free, and maybe we could...
This dude looks cool. He looks like somebody I'd see at like a fucking metal concert somewhere.
Presidents in American history and put them together, and they would not have done the damage Joe Biden has done to our nation in less than 2 short years. Look at what is happening to our country. Look at their energy policy.
What is happening?
Everybody has to have an electric car, and we don't have electricity to turn on an air conditioner now in California. They write a letter, please don't use your air conditioning. And then they want to send millions and millions of cars onto a grid that's broken.
Wait, how is he saying this to California residents who would know for a fact that's not true?
From places like Venezuela. And it's very dirty, very thick, very ugly. And the only place that can refine it is here. So we refine their dirty stuff here. And he thinks he's helping us. Ay, ay, ay. When Biden hears me speak, he knows he can't fight back in any other way than to try and get me through these prosecutors that we're... That's the only way he can maybe get me. I don't think they can. First of all, we did nothing wrong.
Wait, we're back to prosecuting him.
After 6 years...
What's up, simp?
We want to get this paper.
Remember freedom. Remember Venezuela. Remember Biden. Remember FBI. I remember.
I have very little debt.
Come on,
I
man.
have a lot of cash, and I built a great company. That's what it proved. Very great company. Much greater than anyone knows.
And when he started talking about being investigated, like I assumed it was the classified documents. No, he's talking about New York now.
Tells law enforcement, you got to do something about this guy. He's killing me. So we had just a little quick video made up. Would you like to see it?
How would you say your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused. I haven't. Look.
Let's get ready to bumble!
For people that bad at healthcare. True international effort to pressure.
God, I can't believe I said that. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
Y'all ready for this?
I was going to put him.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
You know the thing.
If you hold near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway.
Yeah, that was totally a Michael Buffer ripoff.
For 2 reasons. One,
that was not Bruce. I'm gonna totally get copyright because of this song. I'm gonna try to turn it down here. It's a little too loud. Damn you, Trump.
but the nature.
Representative
Jackie, you here? Where's Jackie?
That was hilarious. I really enjoyed him shouting out the dead Congresswoman.
Thank you for tolerance and listening to me. I appreciate it very much.
I'm gonna get my 14 cents from YouTube because of that song. Boy, you definitely could make a montage of Trump gaffes, and I have. I have. Aw, Curiouser.
You know,
Well, thank you for being a freaking sub.
I got to know them very well, know them all very well. These people are at the top of their game. They're sharp, they're smart. Press always gets angry if I say some dictator someplace, some head of a communist party is sharp and smart. They say, oh, he said President Xi of China. He leads 1.5 billion people very strongly, very ruthlessly. He said he was
Would you
smart.
like to come have a bong with me, Curiouser?
Make it like, oh, I shouldn't say that. No, he's smart. They're all smart. And
Are you high enough for this
when
shit?
they deal with our people, I'm being nice when I say that, our people, meaning our leader and others, they can't believe what's happening. They cannot believe this has happened to the United States. And I'll tell you what, be very careful. You could end up in a third world war because we're handling it so badly. Under my leadership, we had for the first time American energy independence and even energy dominance.
Okay, let's play a game. How long does it take him to transition back to him being prosecuted for something?
Pleading with OPEC, but instead of increasing production, they're cutting production. Who else would do that? Think of it. They're cutting production. We gave you the largest tax cuts and regulation cuts in American history. On the other hand, the radical left Democrat Congress has passed one of the largest tax hikes in American history, but they were still unable to pass legislation which affected the great tax cuts that we got you. Biggest tax cuts, bigger than the Reagan tax cuts. Under the Trump administration, we had the greatest economy in the history of the world with no inflation and low energy costs. Biden and the Democrats
Say something about crack.
created the worst inflation
That
in
was like
50
crack.
years, 9.1%. And it's going up. It's going to go up very substantially. And the worst 2 years of a presidency in history. Worst 2 years, nobody's ever had anything like it. I rebuilt our military, including our nuclear capability and the creation of Space Force. They surrendered our strength and turned Afghanistan into the greatest humiliation our country has ever had. And, you know, we were getting out of Afghanistan. After 21 years, I said, let's get the hell out of there. But we were keeping Bagram, very important, the big military base. And they left Bagram, too. They gave it to the Chinese. It was 1 hour away from where they make their nuclear weapons. And Rick Grinnell is here. He will tell you all about that. Rick Grinnell, the great Rick Grinnell. He can't believe it. They gave up Bagram 1 hour away. Of course, billions and billions of dollars many years ago, and they gave it away in Afghanistan. We didn't need it for Afghanistan. We needed it for China. But they fled in the dark of night, left the lights on, left the dogs behind, by the way.
You very well could have Mike Lindell as his VP.
And now we have a war between Russia and Ukraine with potentially hundreds of thousands of people dying. We must demand.
Yeah, I kind of want to see him make it that far just because I want to see who he picks for VP.
Or we will end up in World War III and there will be nothing left of our planet, all because stupid people didn't have a clue. They didn't have a clue. They don't understand. They really don't understand.
You think we're stupid?
I
You think
rebuilt
we're
our
fools?
military. I rebuilt our nuclear power. They don't understand what they're dealing with, the power of nuclear. They have no idea what they're doing. I withdrew from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal. And as we speak, the people of Iran are bravely protesting against their corrupt and brutal regime, courageously facing down violence, persecution, jail, torture, and even death. We are with you, and we always will be with you.
Based Trump on that one?
Years ago, we
Sidewinder 33, thank you for being a freaking follower.
the history of our country. Now we have the worst border, in my opinion, in the history of any country, anytime, anywhere in the world. There's no third world country that would allow millions of people to pour into their country. Even if they had to use sticks and stones to keep them out, they would do it. They wouldn't let this happen to what's happening. And I say the number is much closer to 10 or 12 million people coming in, not 3 that you keep hearing about. They're pouring in. Nobody has any idea who they are, where they come from. Under my leadership, we ended catch and release. We cracked down on fraudulent asylum seekers and visa overstays. We dropped illegal alien gang members. What we did, we brought them back by the thousands to their country. We built hundreds and hundreds of miles of border wall despite 2.5 years of endless Democrat-inspired lawsuits to stop it. Over 11 lawsuits, I won them all. We completely finished our original plan on the wall, and then we said, let's do more because it worked so well, and almost got that finished too. And in 3 weeks, they could have finished.
No, that did not happen at all.
I want to build the wall, and I said, that's when I really learned something was happening, something very bad was happening for our country. In short, the election was rigged and stolen, and our
Bun, what's up, my friend?
Being destroyed because of the decisions.
If he built the wall, then what is he complaining about?
Twice, I won.
How
twice,
is the border open?
Much better the second time than I did the first. Getting millions more votes in 2020 than we got in 2016. And likewise getting more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, by far, more votes than any sitting president by many, many millions of votes. And now we may have to do it again. You'll be finding out soon. Country is going to hell.
Going to hell? They are chanting, "We love Trump." That is...
Thank you. Thank you.
That is weird.
And I want you to be happy and wealthy and well, and I want your country to be like it was 2 years ago, even despite that horrible China virus coming in.
I was about ready to say we were not in good shape 2 years ago. There was a
day prior
market crash.
Meeting with a pollster, he said, "Sir, if Abraham Lincoln and George Washington teamed up to run against you as president,
They're horny for Trump. They are horny for Trump.
You'd beat him in a landslide."
Sexual anarchy.
But then what happened is the China virus poured in. And we did an incredible job with
feel like I need to cut him off there. YouTube, please, don't cancel me for that.
And the stock market was actually higher when we made the change. It was higher than it was prior to COVID coming in. It was higher. Think of that. And it was much higher than it is right now, sadly, for all of the people.
No. It was much higher last week. I think it's still higher right now than what it was when you were. That's just the way the fucking market goes. It's always going higher.
Party this November coming up very soon. Job number 1 is for a Republican Congress to stop the invasion. That's what it is of our southern border. This is an invasion. This is not people coming. This is an invasion of our country. This is like a military invasion, and probably worse, because with a military invasion, we can fight back. With this invasion, nobody fights back. Please come in. Please come in, they say. Just last week, a convicted illegal alien murderer who blew up a man with a bomb in the parking.
Oh, it is possible he would have won absent of COVID.
Escaped from state prison.
It's also possible Bernie could have been the nominee absent COVID.
You know that. You read about that. And only days ago, another sadistic murderer went on a heinous stabbing spree on the Las Vegas Strip, killing 2 and savagely wounding 6 others at random, just randomly killing people. You know about that. You read about it 2 days ago. You know where it took place.
Yes, Media Winch went to Vegas that afternoon, landed that afternoon. I sent her the story of the dude stabbing people.
But the bloodthirsty killer was unknown to law enforcement because of California's barbaric sanctuary city policies.
Okay, like we'll pause Trump for just a second. If any of you are new here, I can sum up my political beliefs for you, Sidewinder, with one phrase. I would give anything in the world to piss in Dan Crenshaw's open eye hole. That is my entire political philosophy. That's everything that I base my being around. There you go.
We have to make America safe again. It's the only way. You can't walk down a street in a Democrat-run city without being shot or mugged or knifed.
I am a motion graphics artist. That's like what I do.
Loving governor.
I'm an audio-visual technician. I do a lot of different things, but one of them's motion graphics.
Cities are drenched in the blood of innocent victims. That's what's happening in all of these Democrat-run cities, and I would say just about all of them. Much of the crime wave.
That's why my Twitch channel looks so different than everybody else's, just because like mine's completely original. I made all this shit. 100
American citizens. I am calling for the death penalty for drug dealers and human traffickers, which will, upon its.
Ooh, we like drugs.
Reduce.
Well, thank you, Lenny. I appreciate that.
Reduce drug distribution and crime by, in my opinion, more than 75%.
This show originally was meant to be a Facebook show, and I was supposed to be trolling on Facebook. It's what's called the Troll Patrol. But, like, I kept getting banned on Facebook, so I just started reading the news, and now that's what it is.
In Congress, we should also pass.
But that's why the graphics look the way they do. Like, it looks like Facebook.
Police officers nationwide to put violent criminals behind bars and keep them behind bars. We need to leave.
I've started thinking about a redesign.
And let them do their job.
He is going full Duterte. He has always been a fan of strong-arm dictators, like Duterte in the Philippines, like Un in North Korea.
Sisolak in a landslide, and I think that's going to happen. As your governor, Sisolak, sided with the Marxists to fund the police radicals.
I don't know if I know that line, Mox, but I might look that up.
The inmates loose to prey on innocent people.
I am still on Facebook. They nuked me, real me, but I had my alternate one, and that alternate one is still going.
Criminals. That's your governor. Lots of luck. He let burglars and career criminals avoid jail time, no problem. He gutted your state's bail requirements. He tied the hands and
like Bolsonaro. Exactly what it do. He loves fucking Bolsonaro.
Parole office is not an easy job.
Bolsonaro.
Office is not an easy job. And he slashed legal protections for police officers, fueling a deadly wave of bloodshed and violent crime. I mean, he is a disaster. He's as bad as the Attorney General of New York State, who you just got to witness, Letitia Peekaboo.
Oh, riding with Biden was the most horrible fucking catchphrase. But the Biden administration has been horrible for their messaging.
She's weak as hell on crime, and it's killing.
Like ultra MAGA.
During
the night I did that story on the Troll Patrol, like we're not usually on Saturdays.
Cruelly shutting.
We're just here for the Trump rally. But the night we were doing that story about the ultra MAGA, I'm like, please tell me he just said that off the cuff, and they didn't pay some marketing firm. And my God, they paid a marketing firm. Oh, when I found that out.
Stay there and enjoy your evening. But he crushed your economy. Steve Sisolak has devastated Nevada, and this November, Nevada is going.
What do you mean by peekaboo, Joey?
Sisolak the hell out of office. Your next governor, somebody I know and like. I've known him for a long time. He's a tough cookie and good, really good. Joe Lombardo has been an incredibly smart, strong sheriff, a leader of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. He's been a real leader for a long time, and under his leadership...
Apparently he likes the Dark Biden thing, that he knows about the Dark Biden meme, and he's into it. So that's cool.
To a lot of Democrat-run places, preventing the city from being sacked and looted with no help whatsoever from Sisolak. Joe is tough on crime. He's strong on border security and election.
Oh, Biden's going to end up being like just a middle-of-the-road president, probably inconsequential.
out of your children's schools. Very important. Joe, come on up. Say a few words, Joe.
We looked up all the historians and what they agree. Like Trump was the 6th worst, I believe. Oh, he calls the prosecutor peaky. Oh yeah, I wondered that myself, Joey. I don't know what that means.
So it's amazing the accuracy of his words. The accuracy of his words, and it all matters because he described the situation that our country is in and our state is in. And with his help and all of your help, we're going to be successful in turning it completely around, right? So I want to personally thank President Trump. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for helping us in what we're trying to achieve in the great state of Nevada. Thank you, sir.
In the most accurate words.
Thank you, Joe. Want me to stay up? Oh, you go ahead down. Thanks. Thanks, Joe. Going to do a great job as governor. This November, you also need to get out and vote to defeat your embarrassment of a radical left senator, Catherine Cortez Masto.
Yes, Catherine Cortez, known radical leftist Catherine Cortez Masto. My God.
For the past 2 years, Catherine Cortez Masto has been the deciding 50th vote to rubber stamp every nation-wrecking bill Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and crying Chuck Schumer have rammed through Congress. Cortez Masto has one of the most atrocious voting records in the entire U.S. Senate. She voted against funding for more border agents and to stop illegal aliens from coming into our country. Oh, that's a nice vote. She also voted to double the number of IRS agents carry guns, to harass American taxpayers, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to harass you, especially if they find out that you're a Republican or a conservative. She voted in favor of deadly sanctuary cities and against prioritizing the arrest of illegal aliens who committed violent crimes. She doesn't want them arrested. Let them go out and do some more violent crimes. She voted to shut down American energy production, shut down the Keystone XL pipeline, which I approved on day one. And she supported raising the federal gas tax by a lot. She voted to let men compete in women's sports where they are breaking records by a lot. Oh, the weightlifting record. Oh, that was
transphobia.
Many pounds. The swimming records that they wanted to break by 1/100th of a second are being broken by minutes. It's terrible. And honestly,
what he is talking about is not happening at all.
Ridiculous. Men competing in women's sports. So ridiculous. And she voted to use taxpayer dollars.
Trans women are women.
Theory on pre-K and elementary students. And Cortez Masto, in finishing, is a radical abortionist who voted to allow taxpayer-funded extreme late-term abortion, 9th month and beyond, right up until that moment of birth, even in the 40th week and even beyond birth. Remember that.
Yeah, we have heard every single Republican in every debate that we have watched. Blake Masters said it. Ron Johnson said it.
And you determine whether or not you want the baby killed.
Ted Budd said it. All of them said the same shit about abortion up until birth.
Instead of
it is not true.
Back to the states. I personally prefer
Detroit by dark. Thank you for being a freaking follower.
The exceptions, but it's up to the state, and everybody's wanted that to happen. By contrast, Adam Laxalt is a true champion for the people of Nevada. It's a friend of mine. He's the only parent in this race, a father of 4 great people, and he's the only veteran in this race, and he is a veteran. He's done an incredible job for your state. You know that.
Ward Locke, good evening.
He's proudly endorsed by virtually every police and law enforcement group in the entire state, including ones.
Of course, we power our lefty cities with babies.
Cortez Masto, they used to back her because they had no alternative, but they dumped her so fast.
I had a proposal one time to be able to abort kids up until 18.
Which I don't even want to use the term.
But you had to have like 2 teachers sign off on it just to make sure the parents, weren't fucking batshit crazy.
Sanctuary cities. He took aggressive action against
thoughts and prayers indeed.
Manufacturers and distributors. He delivered justice for rape victims whose plight Cortez Masto had callously ignored. You know that. You've been reading about it. And he went to war against the human traffickers, securing the first human trafficking conviction from his office in Nevada history. I'd like to ask Adam to come up and say a few words. Adam Laxall.
We heard him speak an hour before Trump came up. He's not very bright. He's not very bright.
All right, how we doing, everybody? What a beautiful night in Minden. Well, thank you, Mr.
Ninetales Cosmic Fox.
Supporting me from day one of this 13-month race to flip Nevada and fire Catherine Cortez Masto.
He's got nice hair, though.
And thank you for coming to campaign here in Nevada with us. I'll tell you who is not coming to campaign right now with Catherine Cortez Masto, and that's 38% Joe. You know,
this is a new one to me.
To campaign? Our border czar, Kamala Harris. I could tell you what. We are at 16% inflation in this state. We have
Vildrain. Welcome. I think I said your name correctly.
70% of Nevadans think we're on the wrong track. 37% of Nevadans approve of the job Joe Biden is doing.
No, it's job approval. 38% alive makes more sense, though.
Come on, man. Do we miss Trump gas? Do we miss Trump national security?
Folks, when he said guys, he sounded like Eric Cartman.
Save America. Let's go out and get it done. Get out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Adam. So Joe and Adam get out there and just work real hard for a few weeks, and you're going to have an entirely different state, and we're going to have an entirely different country. Also with us is your next lieutenant governor, a fantastic guy. Where is Stavros? Stavros? Where is Stavros, Anthony. Stavros? There he is. I was worried about him. And he's going to be great. Your next Secretary of State, Jim Marchant. Jim, where's Jim?
Where's this Stavros guy?
Come up here for a second, Jim. This guy is so tough.
Do we miss being on Trump Dies of COVID Watch?
Say something real fast. Come on.
Dies of COVID
Come on,
Watch.
Jim. You got to get this guy elected. He's tough. Come on.
Thank you, President Trump. Is this the greatest president in American history or not?
No. We read the historian thing, and he was like 6th worst or 5th worst.
So, we have something in common. President Trump and I lost an election in 2020 because of a rigged election.
No, the election was not rigged. This dude is full of shit. I'm going to have to talk over top of him while he makes his election claims. YouTube, please don't cancel me for this.
Secretary of State of Nevada, we're going to fix it. And when my coalition of Secretary of State candidates around the country get elected, we're going to fix the whole country. And President Trump is going to be president again in 2024.
I have gotten a couple different strikes over election misinformation.
You need him so badly. Your next Attorney General, Sigo Shatta. Sigo, do you want to come up for a second? Come.
OMG, what's going on, my friend?
Come on, Sigo. We got to get you elected. We got to get you elected. Come on.
Who is this?
Thank you, Mr. President. He's coming back. You guys know that, right? Do you want him back?
I feel like he hasn't really left.
How bad do you want him back? $3 a gallon? That's right. Mr. President, thank you so much. Thank you for coming and visiting us. And thank you for helping me make Nevada turn red again. Let's do this.
I have a feeling I should look into her.
Your next
possibly
treasurer, Michelle Fiore. Michelle, good, go get him. I hear you're so high up in the polls, Michelle. And your next state controller, Andy Matt.
Speaking about getting high.
Where's Andy? Thank you, Andy. Great job you're doing. A friend of mine, a warrior, somebody that works so hard, Congressman Mark Amodi. Mark, thank you. Come on, stand up, Mark. Great job you're doing, Mark. Thank you for the help.
He really wants to get back to talking about himself.
For Nevada's 4th Congressional District, Sam Peters. Sam, I hear you're doing good, Sam. I hear you're doing very good. Thanks, Sam. Good luck. Here as well as Senator, this guy. He's a great football coach. You know who I'm talking about. So I said, look, Tommy, you're running for senator.
Oh, shit. They got Tuberville there.
I love Alabama. What did I win that by? 45 points, I think, Tommy. And I took Tommy over a lot of other people. I thought he was great. But then I found out he beat Alabama in football 6 times in a row. I said, could I ask you a question? Could I ask you, Tommy, how the hell do you run for senator from Alabama when you beat their great team 6 times in a row? He said, well, I was the reason that they got Nick Saban. I said, that's a great line. You don't know who Nick Saban. He's the coach of the team, and he has done very well. But Tommy was a great football coach. He's been a great senator. He's a very good golfer, too, by the way. I played a round of golf with him. He's very proficient, I will tell you. But he's a fantastic man. I'm going to ask him, Tommy, are you here? Where's Tommy? Tommy. Oh, he's back there. Forget it, Tommy. Just sit, please. Too far. But we love Tommy Tuberville. He's been a great senator, and he's a friend of your state.
You love stupid people indeed.
Senator from Alabama, Tommy Tuberville. Another one who people love, I noticed I mentioned him briefly for a second. Everyone started applauding. He had more courage than anybody you can imagine. Rick Grinnell, ambassador. He was the ambassador to Germany, and I can
Producer Dave, my friend, good evening.
When I brought him into intelligence, she said, oh, he's just killing us. You know, he didn't want Germany to take advantage of our country, but he also got along with them very well. They liked him. It was a love-hate, wouldn't you say? I think so, Rick. But they were quite happy. Another warrior is a man who's smart and loves our country very much, Kash Patel. Kash Patel.
I don't know why Kash Patel has been making the rounds.
Best-selling book. Congratulations.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Those are 2 great guys. And the single greatest purchaser of...
This is the most billed.
...in the history of our country, Mike Lindell.
That was on crap.
He takes more ads, I tell you.
I was a big Johnny Cash fan.
Than I think any voice, perhaps, that I've ever dealt with. The greatest purchaser. I don't know what the hell he pays for those ads, but he's doing something.
Takes more
I can't
ads.
believe there's that much money in pillows. But he's a great guy. He's a great patriot, and he loves you, and he loves our country. That I can tell you. Clark County GOP Chair Jesse Law. Jesse, thank you, Jesse. Great job.
What up, Jessup?
And Nevada Republican Party Chairman, somebody that works so hard, Michael McDonald, the longest-serving chairman in the whole country. And I want to thank Michael and the...
Wait. Did Michael McDonald make like a Christmas song, Christmas album or something?
And also to make sure everybody...
Christian Christmas music?
Meetings you had to turn around, and they're all here. And we thank you very much. Where's Michael? Where are you? Stand up, Michael. Thank you, Mike. Good job. One of the first things we will do when we win this November is to stand up for parents' rights. We will get critical race theory out of our schools, out of our military, which I had out of our military, and out of every...
Oh, so none of the generals were woke when Trump was in, but now they're all woke moralists.
Last, every parent in America must be empowered to opt out of the forced indoctrination in the classroom and send their child to the public, private, charter, religious, or home school of their choice. No teacher, remember this, should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without...
Teach transgender to our children. I think I flip out every time he says that.
Of course you have to have parental consent. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you'd never even think, we now need parental consent. We have to fight for parental consent.
Unfortunately, this is real life.
We will never stop fighting for the American family. Another one of our highest priorities under a Republican Congress will be to stop left-wing censorship and to restore free speech in America. That's what we're going to do. Go out and sign up today.
Who's stopping you from saying... Oh, that's what it is. Not everybody's on Truth Social. That's what it is.
In my opinion, much better engagement. Truth is, we're so lucky to have it. And everywhere the Republican Party has a chance, we must pass critical election integrity reforms, including universal voter ID. They don't want voter ID. I wonder why they don't want, Uncle Sam. I wonder why they don't want voter ID.
It really is a Uncle Sam in the front row there.
Perhaps it's because they want to cheat. Citizenship confirmation. They don't want to have anybody confirm that they're a citizen. I wonder why
I got my ID right here, bitches.
Drop boxes, no private money pouring into local elections. I think Joe is listening to this and Adam is listening to this. And ultimately, we need same-day voting with only paper ballots. It's very simple. All right? Same-day voting.
Spot-a-goer? Spot-a-gore?
31 days from the most important midterm election in American history, and we need a landslide.
Oh, I'm not sure that I said your name correctly, but thank you for being a freaking follower.
Early voting begins October 22nd, but far better than voting by mail-in ballot. Far better. If you have no choice, do it. But go to the booth, go on election day and vote in person on election day. It makes it much harder for them to cheat. These are cheaters. They're cheating dogs, and it makes them much harder. This is a much harder process for them to cheat. I think we can say that. Is that right? That's right.
I don't blame you for having disgust and hatred for us.
They don't know the numbers, you know. It's a fake, rigged system, what we have going. Whatever you do, get your friends.
We totally get it. We get it.
And if you care about election integrity, volunteer as an election worker, poll watcher, or poll challenger. That's what happened in 2020. They threw a lot of our poll watchers out. They had thugs throwing them out of poll watching areas. Thugs.
That did not happen, YouTube. Please do not pop me for election misinformation.
This is the year we're going to take back the House. We're going to take back the Senate. We're going to take back America. And in 2024, most importantly, we are going to take back our magnificent, beautiful, incredible White House.
There's a lot of adjectives there.
Together we will fight for more jobs for Nevada families, fair trade for Nevada workers, and more Nevada factories forging more products.
Producer Dave.
You live in sexual anarchy?
We will shut down Biden's border disaster, reinstitute our strong remain in Mexico.
It's a family channel.
In Mexico? You think that was easy to get? I said, if you don't give us that, we're going to just tariff all your cars and everything you send in. They said, we'd be honored to give it to you, sir. We're going to strengthen the patriots of ICE and Border Patrol, who are fantastic people. Fantastic people.
No, ACAB means them too.
He's great. So many of those guys. My friend, the head of Border Patrol, where the hell is he? Is he here someplace? The head of Border Patrol is here. Where are they? There's some. Who are the Border Patrol guys?
You don't even know.
What a group of people and what great.
That's how Trump treats his friends.
Great leadership. We have a lot of Border Patrol people are here. They're all over the place.
He's my friend. I don't remember his name, but he's over here somewhere.
These guys are tough. You know, I have a lot of tough people sitting in the front row. They don't want any part of that job. They run into packs of lunatics and thugs, MS-13 killers with their knives. They want to knife people instead of shooting them because it's slower and it's more painful. And these ICE people and
have a good night, Lenny.
People, but they go in and they get them out. We get them out of our country by the thousands. When I was there, now you're allowed to stay. Anybody's allowed to stay. We have no policy.
Wait a minute. We have a corrupt all of the debates. They've said record arrests.
Catch and release. We will end chain migration. All things we did so well. All they had to do is leave it alone. We had the greatest border in our history. We will end the visa lottery, and we will clamp down on illegal immigration, just like we did less than 2 years ago. Can you believe where we've come in 2 years? Our country is going to hell. We will stop the crime wave in Democrat-run cities. We will give our police the power they need and the respect they deserve, and we will not take legal protection away from our police.
Trolling with the trolls.
They want our police to go out and hire lawyers in case somebody sues them. No, we're going to protect our police. We will restore law and order in America, and quickly.
Always be trolling.
China accountable for unleashing the virus upon the world.
Please don't pop me for COVID misinformation, YouTube.
Amendment, and we will proudly uphold the Judeo-Christian values and principles of our nation's founding. And we will restore patriotic...
Yeah, Jon Stewart has like a iTunes.
We will teach our children
Apple TV show.
Honor our history and to always respect our great American flag. And I'm just thinking as I'm saying these words, this just sounds like an old-fashioned from 50 years ago type rally, except we have a lot more.
Sounds like an old fascist rally, yes.
Nobody ever had crowds like we've had. In the history of our country, nobody's ever had crowds, and these corrupt people will never take a camera and turn it around and show them how many people are here.
Right side broadcasting. You're like, that's the only people on you right now. They're your friends.
You know, I never knew the cameras because this took place right from, they never want to show how massive our crowd was. You know the biggest crowd I've ever seen? January 6th. And you never hear that. It was the biggest, and they were there largely to protest a corrupt.
I know a committee that might want to start taking notes right now.
Crowd, and you never hear that, and you see very few pictures of it, but they're there. That was the biggest crowd I believe I've ever spoken to. And by
We've seen the pictures, sir.
When we're all together, do you mind if I ask you a question? We'll take a vote, okay? Right? I just want to ask you this question. So, about a month ago, I said my last few paragraphs of the speech, and music was playing. And the reason that took place is some genius put my words...
The QAnon music.
Video, and he played beautiful music in the background as I was speaking. And I thought it was very beautiful, actually. I said, wow, he's a great speaker, that guy. He's great. Oh, that's me. No, I thought it was very beautiful. And I did it for a number of rallies, and many people love it. But some people say it's unnecessary. It's
Tones, good evening.
So what I want to do, isn't this interesting? I want to take a free poll. You know, if I hire one of the pollsters, they'll say, we want $500,000.
You guys heard it here. He wants some poll.
People. I got 25,000 people.
You live in sexual anarchy.
People. So if I could, you know what I'm talking about, everybody? So we played it with music for the last month, and it's beautiful, and you can hear a pin drop. But some people wrote that they like it better without the music, and some people like it better with. So could I ask you the question, right? Who likes it better with the music?
We're talking about the QAnon music. As we covered before the rally, the composer of the music has threatened legal action. He does not want his music played anymore. Do not expect to hear the song.
You know what the next question is, right? Who likes it better without the music. Wow. Look.
Oh shit, music won by far. Oh yeah, J Beans. He's gonna break out something off a white pony for you.
That's amazing. Who likes it better with the music?
You're not allowed to play the music, sir.
Who likes it better without the music? There's one guy back there that likes it better. Look at him. Look at that guy, how big and strong. I'm not going to mess with him.
This is weird. This is a cult. A crowd chanting "We love Trump" is just.
All right.
We want stuff.
When it's time, we're going to do that.
Play
music.
Freebird.
We'll do it.
And the original is Whipping Post.
I'm surprised. I thought it would be a little bit more than that, but that's okay. I actually like doing it.
It's
with
weird.
the
It's just, yeah, it's not just now weird. Yeah, you're right,
all
Drake.
the words are beautiful because it talks about how badly our country's doing, but then we get to the end and we say we're going to bring it back stronger than ever. But in conclusion, our MAGA movement, Make America Great Again, you know, Biden's saying, we're going to stop that MAGA movement. I said, explain to him. The words are Make America Great Again. Make. Did you see that with the red lighting like the devil? Did you see that? We're going to stop Make America Great Again. We're going to stop MAGA. No, MAGA means Make America.
Is he talking about the Dark Brandon speech? Am I going to have to pull up the
Is that
picture?
the greatest? You know, we had CAG. You remember CAG? We were going to have the second campaign where we did do much better than we did in the first, but we're going to have the second CAG. Keep America Great. The problem is America wasn't great. America wasn't great because what happened in the last 2 years, we couldn't use that. America isn't great anymore, but it's going to be greater than it ever was, okay? But we couldn't use the words "Keep America Great." Do you agree in the front row? Are you a front row Joe? I think so. That's right.
A front row Joe.
Boy, I love these people. They're here for days and days. Front row Mary. Thank you, darling. From Vietnam, we love Vietnam too. I want to thank all the front row Joes that are here 4 days ago. I don't know how you do it. Thank you very much. Look at that guy. I'm not going to mess with that guy either. But together we're standing up against some of the most menacing forces, entrenched interests, and vicious opponents our people have ever seen. Despite these great outside dangers, our biggest threat remains the sick, sinister, and evil people from within our country. You saw some of them up on the screen. And you know
Joe Biden?
That was. Did you know whose voice that was? Great, great actor. You know that, right? And it wasn't John Voight, and we love John Voight too. Don't we love John Voight? John Voight is great, but I just want to thank them, and I'll get approval to use the name of that particular actor because he obviously did it with love, but I don't want to get him in any trouble.
I have no clue what he's talking about right now.
John Voight is maybe the best. The movies he's made, and he's with us, but no matter how big or powerful
John Voight is not the best.
left Democrats that we are fighting against may be, you must never forget this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. Because this is your home, this is your heritage, and our American liberty is your God-given right. You know that. From Las Vegas to Carson City, from Elko to Reno, from Henderson to right here in Minden. We like Minden.
I've been everywhere, man.
We
Told you I like some Johnny Cash.
Red-blooded American patriots who poured out their heart, sweat, and soul to secure our liberty and defend our freedom. Nevada was founded by some of the toughest men and strongest women ever to walk the face of the earth. This state was
stupid dildo wasn't already approved.
Prospectors and miners and cowboys. And
Lisa, good evening. That was a great callback. You might not have been here from when I mentioned it earlier. I made a joke about Johnny Cash and brought it full circle. It was great.
A sprawling desert into a shining oasis and lit up the brilliant lights.
Oh, I can sing several songs.
I love the Las Vegas
I'm
Strip.
a real fan. What, you gonna make me name
American
5?
ancestors risked everything to make this into the greatest nation in the history of the world. But now,
oh no, is this
we are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation.
Oh, this is Sinatra again, isn't it?
That has the highest inflation in 50 years.
Or is this the QAnon song?
The stock market finished the worst first half of the year since 1872. Likewise, we are a nation that has the highest energy costs.
I'm trying to, because like I will totally get canceled over that song.
Independent or energy dominant. As we
It is the weird QAnon song. Okay, so we covered this, or maybe they found a song that was like it. The QAnon anthem played at Trump rallies, removed from YouTube and Spotify after the composer made copyright claims. He is exploring legal options. This particular track, which was originally entitled Mirrors, is available to license. Not notified of any licenses for political rallies and did not authorize such use. But I don't know enough about it to know if that was the actual QAnon song. They might have got something sounded similar.
cost too much and whose batteries are produced in China with materials only available in China.
I want to say it sounded different,
Gasoline is available
but I don't know enough.
offensively in the United States.
Am I the troll? Possibly. I might possibly be the troll.
Hey, Justin, are you trolling?
United States, just as the price of oil reached an all-time high.
Seriously, I'm trying to keep that shit low. Sorry for anyone who was wanting to listen to what Trump was going to bloviate about. I'm sure it was enthralling, which I mean that's why everyone's here. What up, Brian, by the way? I hope you were doing well tonight, my friend. I guess Russia wouldn't have invaded Ukraine if he'd been president. He would be friendlier with Xi Jinping, so they wouldn't be fucking with Taiwan, is what he's saying. He's airing his grievances with the FBI for raiding him. Raiding him. They served a search warrant.
Was Russian disinformation when the FBI knew it wasn't.
Are we talking about Hunter Biden now?
Refuses to investigate egregious acts of voting irregularities and fraud. And we have a president who is cognitively impaired. In no
We definitely had a president who was cognitively impaired.
casually talking about nuclear war with Russia, which would be World War III and far more devastating than any of the other world wars because of the weaponry that nobody even wants to think about. We are a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is all you get, and they are truly the enemy of the people. We are a nation where free speech is no longer allowed.
What are you talking about? I can say whatever I want.
Never before, and where more people died of COVID in 2021.
I was gonna go ban somebody, but I believe Nine Tails beat me to it.
Massive nuclear weapons to use the trillions and trillions of dollars it has taken from us to build a military to rival our own. And just 2 years ago,
You're just joining us. Oh, it wasn't you? Somebody beat me to it.
they weren't going to do a thing against us.
Sorry to have Trump turned down right now. They're playing. I don't know if it's the weird QAnon song, but I'm not taking any chances. But they are playing an equivalent of the weird QAnon song, if it's not the QAnon song. This woman is clearly getting tired. It's past her bedtime. I don't know. RB had to check out earlier because he said his blood pressure was getting too high from all Trump's bullshit.
Into a cesspool of ruin, whose supply chain is broken, whose stores are...
Nothing wrong with that. I'm probably not high enough for this shit. And if you guys are just joining us here tonight, I'm Justin FREAKIN. I do a news show Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific.
To go into stores and openly rob them, beat up and kill their workers and customers, and leave with armloads of goods but with no retribution, where the authority of our great police has been taken, where their families and pensions have been threatened.
The other night I tried to do some edibles on the weed stream, the weed panel I was on. And apparently I grabbed some truffles out of the... I was told everything in the freezer in the back that was wrapped like, like homemade was an edible, but there was a pack of truffles that were not edibles. Lord Locke, on Fridays we do the Friday Night Freak Show, which, I mean, every Friday in October we're going to be doing debates. There's going to be a troll patrol. But Friday nights are the freak show, and Saturday I take off, usually. They weren't weed truffles, though. They were just regular truffles. And I ate them like they were weed truffles. I didn't eat them like I was enjoying truffles.
Willpower and its strength. We are a nation that has lost its way, but we are...
You don't understand my point? I do a comedy show on Friday nights. I do news 5 nights a week, Sunday through Thursday. Used to be Monday through Friday. And when I started doing the comedy show on Friday night, moved to Sunday through Thursday. And I like that a lot better because we used to come back on Monday and we had like a lot of news to cover. So doing it on Sunday actually like it seems to work out a lot better. Lord Locke, I can't like I have to also do my other job where I make shit for people where they pay me, because streaming doesn't pay me enough at this point in time. At least not yet. Maybe one day. You should share and like and follow and subscribe if you haven't. I am indeed a capitalist. I say that a lot. Because I get called commie and socialist by people, and I'm like, I file my taxes as a small business owner. Like, I work for myself. I'm a contractor.
Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel.
Far more capitalistic than anybody who's punching a clock. No, I like sleep. I like 10 hours of sleep. I can't do that, stay up all night. And also, like, this chair starts to hurt your ass after you've sat in it for a few hours. Not anything against the chair. The chair is nice. He's still rambling with the weird QAnon possibly music under him. He's gonna cost me my 14 cents on YouTube, and then I'm really not gonna be making any money towards, doing shit. Brian, you may be the only person watching on Facebook, but as I explained earlier, I got banned on Facebook a lot, so like Facebook limits my reach. But you can see on screen people commenting and see that totally not just one person watching. Oh, absolutely! We'll totally raid you, Producer Dave.
Bless you. God bless America. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, we get Soul Man. I was expecting Village People. Instead, it is Soul Man this time. If you were happen to subscribe on Twitch, you get a dancing Trump emote. It's really cool. It's really cool. You can do dancing Trump. Catman. Beep up 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 up. So there you have it. Trump rally right on the border of California. Right Side Broadcasting stated that most of the crowd was from California. If you happen to be new here and you need a rundown on my political philosophy, it basically boils down to I would give anything in the world to piss in Dan Crenshaw's open eye hole. That's what I base my life around. Give me that eye pussy, sir. Not to brag or anything, but Matt Walsh once called me a formidable voice in the culture.
Justin Freakin, the formidable voice in the culture.
Yeah, eye pussy. Doesn't it look like an eye pussy? Give me that eye pussy. I don't know. There are some enthusiastic grifters that would gladly be there and would gladly be featured. Like, that might be one of the proprietors of the Lions Not Sheep that was wearing that shirt that was behind him. A Yussie. Oh my God. That is fantastic. Tones, that makes me want to sing the, oh God, I forget his name now. He's got a song that's like, my dick, it's bigger than yours. Mine's about average. Everybody's just talking about their dick size. Mine's about average.
You live in sexual anarchy?
It's pretty. Average, but pretty. Pretty. It ain't crooked. Nice shapely head. Not a yummy. I'm sorry, that was over the line. You just said yours was small, now you're like, I'm hung like a horse. I don't believe you. I love it. I love it. Everybody talking about their dicks in the chat.
You live in sexual anarchy?
This is what I've dreamed of. I've been in broadcasting for over 20 years, guys. And this is totally what I would picture like my show to be like. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of Right Side Broadcasting while we wait for producer Dave to come on here in just a few minutes.
Document hoax.
It is Operation Catterday.
And he said, he repeated himself, there is no crime there, and he's asking for everything.
I don't believe you, sir. I don't believe there's no crime. Oh my God, Hulk Hogan's there.
About the importance of voting Republican, not just here in Nevada, but also all over the country. And it's so important to save our country and to vote on election day straight Republican. And then one of my favorites from the night was showing a video of President Biden mumbling and stumbling all over his words. We see it all the time. And when you put the...
I mean, it was a funny supercut that they had. I mean, it wasn't Vic Berger level.
President Trump.
Vic Berger does a much better job than what they, I mean...
President Biden stumbling, not...
But it was funny enough. It might have gone on a little too long. If I was giving notes, I would say cut it down 15, 20 seconds.
With the air, speaking to the Easter Bunny at the White House.
It was like 2.5 minutes. Maybe cut it down 2.
To remind the crowd that
maybe even 1.5 minutes. You want to be zippy. You want to leave the people wanting more.
Afghanistan, turning turning Afghanistan into the biggest humiliation we've ever
Wasn't enough
seen.
blood at this rally.
Giving up billions of dollars in Afghanistan. President Trump said,
Oh, did Jesus tell you, Scott Comet?
the military fled under the Biden administration and left military equipment. And he said,
A lot of people wouldn't believe this, but I've actually been to like 7 NASCAR races.
whenever this all went down, he even left the military dogs.
I've been to Bristol 3 or 4 times.
That was not true.
I've been to Talladega.
That was not true.
I've been to the Brickyard 400 twice.
They even left the dogs. And as you know, Trump loves our military, and he
'Cause
rebuilt.
my dad and my brother were really into that shit.
He talked about the southern border real quick, how it was so strong 2 years ago. Millions are pouring in. And just to wrap it up, he said that he
I was a big fan of Mark Martin when I was in high school.
that are pouring across the border illegally.
Stuck with that team. I was a Carl Edwards fan all throughout the 2000s. That's the dude that does the backflip off of the cars.
That is a platform, President Trump's platform.
This guy's wild.
So it's a nice platform to have. If you have not signed up for Truth Social, please do so.
It's the best platform.
President Trump, I'm on
Dick Trickle. I love Dick Trickle just because of the name.
Trump bringing down the house here in Nevada. We had a great time and so much energy as he leaves. Everyone loves that Trump dance that he does. The crowd goes nuts, and he really gave us a taste of his dancing skills tonight. So we're gonna wrap it up here in Nevada. It's been a wonderful
Oh, I think that's a boom.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And a quick programming note: we will be in Arizona tomorrow. We have a crew there. President Trump will hold a Save America rally.
All right, Tone's getting technical over here.
Sunday here on.
I don't. If you were here for the freak show last night, August and I got super technical.
Good night, America.
Have a good night, America. I'll stick with you guys another 5 or 10 minutes. We might check out what this is. They may just be replaying the rally. Before it came on, they had Tommy Tuberville. I caught Tommy Tuberville's speech, and I caught Alex Laxalt's speech. Alex Laxalt is the Republican nominee for the Senate seat in Nevada, taking on Democratic incumbent Catherine Cortez Masto. I'm gonna rate everybody out here in just a little bit because I'm hungry. And I was watching before this started. I was watching WWE, and I've got to Alex Basalt. That's funnier. That's funnier. That's funnier than Laxalt. He was really dumb. Trump brought him up on stage, but only let him say like one sentence. I was watching WWE. I wanna know what the White Rabbit was. Don't anybody spoil it for me. So I'm gonna go back to watching WWE after this. Oh, you want some Mike Lindell? I can hit you with some Mike Lindell.
I was on crack.
Right. Well,
There was a WWE Extreme Rules. Or quite possibly it was going to be the return of Bray Wyatt. Oh, they're just replaying just the Trump section. They're not even going to give like Tuberville and Laxalt. They're not even going to give them their time. Nothing wrong with nothing wrong with a little crack. If you want to do a little crack, I'm not going to shame you for it. Yes, maybe you should be shamed for it. I mean, I've done it a few times. It's not anything to write home about. Kind of a waste of good cocaine if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. Am I a connoisseur of drugs? By no means, especially not uppers like that, because I am naturally very hyper, so I really don't care much for uppers. I'm a downer kind of guy. I smoke a little weed. The thing I found wrong with crack is it just made me feel weird. And also, like, I would end up with, you know, my ex, the crack whore. I would end up with her at, like, some seedy motel at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning buying more crack. No, Tones. Different forms. Crack and coke are two completely different things. They're two completely different buzzes. Oh, I love hallucinogenics. Oh, they're not going to let the church be a poll location if they don't host homeless services. It's a shame you have to shame a church into doing the right thing and doing what they preach. You completely the same. The opposite. I like a toot. I like a toot toot. And you would think I would prefer smoking because, you know, I'm a smoker of the marijuana. I prefer smoking marijuana to doing edibles. Wait, why is the city wanting them to not help the homeless? Yeah, I completely read that wrong. That headline was not very well written. So the church is wanting to do the right thing. He had planned to allow the city to open a polling station at his church for the municipal and school board elections. Now, city election officials will have to find another location. We need the city to back down on this and do the right thing. It's a bad policy. It was a mistake on their part. And you know, the church is all about forgiveness. I think we can forgive and move on and do the right thing. But I don't understand why is the city not wanting them. It is the city's decision to issue a bylaw infraction notice on Friday against the First Baptist Church. The church had been leasing space to Arc Aid Mission since the spring. Arc Aid provides outreach to people experiencing homelessness. The city's bylaw enforcement department issued a notice on Friday saying the First Baptist was violating the zoning rules by renting space out to another organization. Arc Aid is using the space to operate a meal program and drop-in center. The church had been told to either seek a zoning amendment or cease services altogether by October 4th. Shit. Arc Aid is operating out of the First Baptist basement while it repairs fire damage and renovates its Dundas Street location. Since the spring, some Richmond Road business owners have complained they're increasingly dealing with problems. Oh, fuck business owners. Who cares what they think? Oh, Mandy, we've already watched this. She's talking about Trump. I'm just killing time until we raid into Echoplex here in about 3 minutes. We finished the Trump speech about 10-15 minutes ago. They're re-airing it on Right Side Broadcasting. So yeah, I was just chilling and talking to everybody. I mean, you pretty much heard everything he's gonna say.
The decline and fall of America and save
the decline and fall of America.
If you want to see a country decline, vote Democrat. If you want
to tomorrow night, we're going to have an Iranian American activist. There's an uprising currently going on in Iran. On September 13th, 22-year-old Masa Amani was detained for inappropriate attire in Iran. She died 3 days later. This has sparked one of the biggest uprisings since the Arab Spring. So I wanted to let an Iranian American activist come on and let her tell us about what she knows about conditions on the ground in Iran, what she can tell us about the regime's response, take any questions you guys may have. So she will be on with us at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Please tune in for that. If you are watching on Twitch, we're going to head over to Echoplex Media. Producer Dave going to take real good care of you on Operation Catterday. Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack. I'm Justin FREAKIN. We will see you tomorrow night on the Troll Patrol live.